Was not expecting that. Hold on a minute. Well, you know what? This model actually fits for this situation, considering, you know, Plushy over there. But yeah, now we're going back to the regular. Hold on a minute. Let me try to find the right button for that. There we go. Yo, everybody. Good to see you. Hope you're all having a good day. I should probably lower the gain a little bit. There we go. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. Or not. I guess we're going back to Plush. And today is one of those rigging streams. We're going to be working on the animation for the staff tap. Now bring it back. All right, you win this round. You win this round, you crazy duck. But yeah, good to see you there, everybody. Hope you're all having a good day. Hope you're all looking forward to the weekend. And good to see you there, Ryu. Not Evil. Zerates. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome on in, Dahlia. Also, let's give a couple shout-outs. One, go check out Not Evil Control Freak. Really chill. Or yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? Really great streams. Really awesome times over there. Can be chill, depending on the environment. Half the time it's a very chill stream. Other half, they're causing havoc for their friends. It's a really great time. I highly recommend checking them out. And let's give a shout out to Zerates. I don't think I've been able to catch their streams, but that's mostly because I'm usually asleep in the afternoons. But go check them out. Go do the thing. I want to find their stream one of these days. When I do, I'm alert. Someday. But yeah, how's everybody doing? What's everybody's plan for the weekend, if you have one? One of them? Yeah, one of them. Someday. But yeah. What was I doing again? Right. So, what we're gonna do, I want to show what we're working on today. What I need to do. Oh, right. I also need to show the staff first. Well, there's the staff. Basically, what the idea is for this project is to get the staff and basically just have it tap on the ground twice. And then a big light is going to... Wrong one. Big light is going to pop up. And then it's just going to go back down to regular. Something along those lines. Or maybe it's just supposed to be like big light, small light, big light, no light. It's supposed to be one of those two. I still need to talk to them about it. But just to be safe, the idea that I'm going to go with is have the light become very bright and then just have it become very dim. Then leave it somewhere along those lines. I think that should be okay. We're going to see how that rolls. Let's see. I have a stacked weekend. Sunday going to a night event in a theme park. Oh, Saturday going to a night event at a theme park. And Sunday to eat barbecue with, for a friend's late birthday event. Yo, congrats. That actually sounds like a pretty eventful... Yeah, that sounds like a pretty eventful weekend. Don't overdo it. But you got this, I believe. Actually, I can't tell you what to do. It's your weekend. Folks, always remember. Which is ironic, because I'm about to tell you this, folks. Folks, always remember, don't let anyone tell you how to spend your weekend. Even me, don't let me tell you how to spend your weekend. You spend it how you see fit. Because it is your weekend, it's your time off, it's your day off. It's your free time. Before you got to go back to the grueling struggles of work. So, do what you got to do. Enjoy it for how it is. Doesn't matter how people say how you got to do it. Whether it's going to a club, hanging out with friends, going to a park by yourself, or beating up... Okay, let me explain this one. So, I was going to say, or beating up your friends in a card game. Now, the reason I bring that one up is because yesterday, a friend called, and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna call them back, see what's going on. They wanted to get a couple of games of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I was like, yeah, okay, I got some time, I think. Yeah, I should have some time. So while we were playing, I get another call from another group of friends about Risk of Rain 2, and you already know we got to get that Risk of Rain 2 going on. Plus, I already had a good number of games with that friend as it was, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna finish off this game, and then I'm gonna join the Risk of Rain group. But I told the Risk of Rain group while they were asking, like, Lampy, where are you? Like, where it's time for rain, it's time for Risk. Where are you there, Lampy? The only message I gave them was, I'll be there in a few minutes. Got to beat up a friend first. Or something along those. Actually, let me look up the exact words I put for that, now that I think about it. What were the exact words that I told them? It was in this Discord somewhere. Oh, that's what it was. Give me a few minutes, need to beat up a friend. No context. I didn't even tell them anything about it. Like, no context of whether it was a card game or not. Those were the words I just told them. And I didn't realize, now that I look back on it right now, I just realized I didn't explain that that was a card game. Not gonna lie, I think it's funnier that way. I'm gonna leave that alone. I heard Lamp Cult. You heard nothing. I never said anything about Lamp Cult. Oh, Ryu said Lamp Cult. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, Cult Leader, I'll follow your orders and not follow your orders. Not Cult Leader. Also, Sherbert, thank you for stopping by. Let's give you a shout out, folks. Go check out Sherbert. They do the very chill art and streams. They also play a good variety of games. If I'm correct, they're currently playing Digimon. Or did you finish Digimon? I am not certain. But so anyway, as I was talking about before, so basically, like I said, this is the idea that I have in mind right now. It's gonna be tap tap, big light, and then have the light come back down. And if they want the light to go away, tap tap, and then the light disappears. As if it was never there. Or at least that's the game plan. Let's see how it goes. So, how do we go about that part? Oh, right, I should probably also show you. This is what we have for the full model at the moment. We finally got this sucker moving. We got the physics on the flower. We got the bag moving. We got the arms moving. We got the little robe moving. We got the potions moving. So far, everything's going pretty well. Oh yeah, I should also show one other thing. Let's bring the staff back. Around here somewhere. Where's that staff? There's that staff. We even have little movements for the little bottles down there. Oh, and even the little guy moves around. Check that out. May not be all that noticeable because, you know, everything's swinging around, but we got the little guy moving. All right, let's get to the animation at hand. And welcome on in there, Mini Potato. Hope things are going well. So, how do we get to the animation? This is what we gotta do. We gotta click, or yeah, we gotta take our cursor. We gotta go all the way up to the top left where it shows the SDK, blah, blah, blah. This thing says modeling. Click on that. And from there, we got 3 tabs: modeling, animation, form animation. I've never used form animation. I haven't tested it out yet. I'll figure out what form animation is all about someday. But for right now, we're gonna click on animation. And as you can see, absolutely nothing happened. Well, not exactly nothing happened. We still have this little spot. It's blank. Nothing's going on. Nothing in the animation file. Everything is empty. So what do? Craziest thing you could possibly imagine. Just take this, which confused me the time I did it a long time ago as well. Which is, you click on that little orange spot, click on that, drag it down to the bottom here, the bottom middle, and then you're going to see something happen. It's going to ask, click OK, and then we got this huge box, this huge thingamabobber here. Everything just moved. What is all of this? Do not worry about it. We're going to resize it, and if you're worried that if we're resizing the model, is that going to change the model size in the actual thing? Do not worry, it does not actually change the actual model size. This is just adjusting it so we could see it in the little animation tab. Now, I will continue, or I'll explain a little more after I finish off some reading. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I was playing Digimon on Wednesday. Oh yeah, I think I was there to see the Digimon one. I think you were talking about how the Dominion, wait, was it Dominion levels or Domination levels were difficult or something like that? Something along those lines. What a cutie. I know, right? Look at it. Look at the little blobby derp. Look at that little derp right there. But yeah, let's also give a shout out to Mini Potatoes. They do a lot of the arting. If you haven't checked them out, I highly recommend that you do. And if you're a fan of arting, that's a good place to go. Okay. So you use animation for rigging as well? Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, that's what Live 2D was originally for. Like, before they started doing the... If I'm correct, Live 2D was mostly used for, you know, like, animation posters and stuff. Kind of like, what's a good example? Let me try to think. If you've ever seen... Basically, if you've ever seen any of those gacha games, or if you've ever played League of Legends, and you see those very smooth animations that look like it's an art piece, or, you know, it's obviously an art piece, like it's a full-on hand-drawn image, but they found a way to make it move. Yeah, it was usually probably with Live 2D to make it move as it was. But then someone figured out how to make it rig. Like, someone figured out how to turn that to make a program. Someone figured out how to make a program to do the, you know, model rigging that you see now. But yeah, originally it did a lot of animation stuff. And indeed, that's exactly what we're going to do here. Like, as a matter of fact, you can actually use Live 2D for a starting soon screen, a starting soon screen, a BRB screen or standing by screen, an ending screen, a character showcase, whatever it is that comes to mind. You could do all of that. Let's see. Random question. Since you played D&D, do you know Xanathar? Okay, I know that there's a book about Xanathar. If I'm correct, isn't he like a beholder? No, wait, are they called beholders? Which one's the one with the giant eye? Yeah, which one's what are the things with the giant eye in the middle with all those other eyes that do some sort of ability and you can't look at the main eye or else it cancels out your magic? I think they're called beholders. I kind of lost track. Yeah, domination battles are pain for me because it's like chess. Ah, fair. I understand then. Thank you for the shadow. Yeah, no problem. My flabbers are surely gasted to find out about Live 2D. I know, right? There's a lot that goes into Live 2D. And this is what I said, like, it's a pretty cool project. It's a pretty cool mechanic, or a pretty cool program, and you could do a lot with it. The only very difficult part is figuring things out. But once you got things figured out, that's when you could just do it relatively no problem. It still takes a lot of work in the background, but for the most part, it's still once you've figured out how it works, the only tricky part now is just doing all the work, because it's still a lot of work, but it's easy work. Kind of. Sometimes there's complications, but every job has complications. Also, welcome on in there, Poison Ash. Let's give a shout out to Poison Ash. What were you up to? What were you doing? I hope things were going well. Folks, go check out Poison Ash, especially if you're a fan of gacha games. They play a lot of the gacha games. Also, EB Demon, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the Moth Fleet. I hope you enjoy your stay. By the way, you're lampy now. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. Only asking because the theme park event was a Nerf night event, as one of the segments is D&D, and they have a Xanathar big puppet to interact. Oh, has a big nerd night event. Ah, and I missed out on a Xanathar. Oh wait, you haven't checked it out yet. You were going this weekend. Take me with you. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm wishing you best of luck with that. That sounds like a lot of fun. Let me know if it's a beholder. If I'm correct, Xanathar is a beholder. Basically, like I said, the giant ball with eyes sticking out at the top. I'm assuming there's going to be a giant eyeball puppet. Anyway, so going back to it. Now that we got everything all set up, let's put the animation to at least 2 seconds. Right. So you'll also see that this thing has a bit of a timer at the bottom. That will show you how long the animation is going to run, or how long you want the animation to run. And for this one, I want to go with 2 seconds. Also, if you see that even though we put 2 seconds on this blue part right here, if it continues to go, it is completely blank. Why is that? It's because this line over here, it may not look like it, but this is actually a blue line if you just look at that little corner right there. We need to actually take that blue line and move it all the way to the 2 second mark as well. Boom. That means it'll start at 0, end at 2, and that is basically where we leave it. And that is our game plan. So, the first second is basically, I'm going to basically cut it into 2 portions. The first half is going to be the tap animation. The second half is going to be the actual, the actual lighting up of, the actual lighting up of the staff lantern. There we go. That's the words I'm looking for. I'm here to see the blobby. Ah, fantastic. Then you're just in time. Hold up. Let me show you what we got so far. Right now, we currently have the motions, the movements, the physics, and we're currently working on the staffs. I might work on the potions a little more, because I feel like the liquids inside the potions are a little stiff. I feel like those need to move a little more. But yeah, this is what we got going on so far. Welcome on in. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Okay, I'll see if I can take pics to show. All right, sounds good, sounds good. Let's see. Hello, I sent a possible commissioner your way recently. Ooh, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. I here's hoping. But yeah, if they have any questions, feel free. If they have any questions, let them know. Feel free to, let them know that they're free to ask any questions, and I'll see if I can answer them to the best of my ability. All right, so back to the animation. So here's what we're gonna do. First, if you'll look over here, you'll see that we have all these little, all these weird little tabs. We got Live 2D, that's the actual file, and we got Live 2D parameters. That's basically the dials we've been working on this entire time. And every other part, don't worry about those. We just need parameters for now. So we're going to scroll through those parameters, and you'll see it basically has everything that we had earlier. All the movements, all the actions, all of that sort of stuff. So we're going to use that. But we also need to bring this timer all the way back to the beginning. That's what this little blue check mark is for. This is going to let us set up our keyforms. Now, what are the keyforms? I'm going to show as soon as, I'm going to try to show that one soon enough. What are you animating? I'm going to animate I'm going to basically animate a staff tapping and lighting up animation. Basically, the objective is to have Blobby over here tap their staff on the ground at least 2 times, and then have a big light come out of their lantern. But first, we got to get that lantern out. So first, where are you, lantern? We got to look through these parameters until we find that lantern one. Form, nope. Body Z, nope. Staff right. This is the one, staff right. So let's pull out the staff. There it is. And so, what we just need to do, since we already set up the... Oh, right, I should probably also show, before we go back, I want you to see something. So, in order for the animation to work, we actually had to rig that in Live 2D as it is. We already had to set up the rigging in the Live 2D model part. For example, what we just basically did was we took one of these rotation deformers, we just moved it up and down for one set. That is our staff tap. That is our staff tap right there. That is one rig that we had to make with that parameter. Then we had to add the small glow as a parameter and the big glow as a parameter. We had to set up all three of those to make this work. Casting a spell animation? Just a light up if anything. Nothing too major, nothing too serious. But still a decent amount of work, I want to say. Let's see, 10 out of 10, Lampy Commission will definitely recommend and haggle to pay him more. That's not how haggling works. Also, thank you, Reem. So, here's what we got to do next. So we just got to show off the staff. And luckily, since we already did most of the work, we just need to move this all the way to deform 1. Or, not deform 1. We got to take this little dot, move it all the way to the first second. Now, we got to go find that that staff tap animation right there. Just take that, move it all the way, or yeah, take this dot, move it all the way to the right. But I almost forgot. We also got to bring this all the way back to the middle, or all the way back to 0. Go back to staff tap, and put that one all the way to the left. Because, here's the thing. Actually, let's see. Just as I thought. So, I want to show you something. Let's go back to this dot, and let's remove it. When you want the animation to work, you're gonna have to put 2 different keyforms for that. Because I could show you right now, we could go back to second 1, go to staff tap animation, take that little dot, and move it all the way to the right, and you can see the animation going off. But here's the thing. Since there's no starting point at any section before that, it will not count as being at the very beginning. Anything before it, yeah, any part before it will count as that last dot. Because we did not set anything else up here. So, this is the only established dot, therefore this is the only thing it'll work with. This is the only thing it registered. So, how do we actually make the animation that we're looking for go off? We bring this all the way back to 0. We look at that red dot that's all the way at the left, and we basically reset it. But on the 0 dot, or on the 0 mark. Now, instead of 1 dot, we now have 2 dots. We have our starting point, and we have our end point. Now let's go back to that starting point and show you what I mean. Now you can actually see the animation go off. But, as I mentioned before, if we delete that one, there is no starting point. Therefore, there is no animation. So remember, in order for the keyforms to work, you need a starting point, and you need an end point. And that's what these 2 spots are. Alright, let's see. I don't know how to animate in this program. It's hard for me to make it... Oh. Okay, let's see. I don't know how to animate in this program. It's hard... Oh, it's hard to me. You make it look easy. I will definitely tell you, yeah, I can agree. It is very, very difficult. But I hope to explain this in some way, shape, or form. Because, I mean, to be fair, I have been working on this, or I have been working on Live 2D for about... What year is this? Okay, I mostly started working on Live 2D, or really getting back into it around late 2021. So it's been over 4 years, I think. I want to say over 4 years? Yeah, today is April. Yeah, it's been exactly 4 years now or so. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that this, I'm glad to hear, I hope, at the same time, I hope this explains something, because, like I said, this program's already difficult enough to understand as it is, and explaining it, I feel like, makes it very tricky. But I hope this helped in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, that is what we got for our first step of the animation. Now for the second step. Again, this is where we're going to need to put 2 dots. We're going to need to put 2 dots for the small glow and the big glow. And we're going to need to put it at 0. Because, again, like I mentioned before, we need a starting point. This first second will be the starting point for the light. And since we got a halfway point right here, this is where I want the big glow to end. So let's go to our tab that's or let's go to our parameter that says big glow. You do the art and rigging? Yep. All drawn and rigged by yours truly. Although I also have the option to just do the art or just do the rig. For those that, for those that already have the art set up and just need a rig, I can do that too. Or if they want the full thing, the whole package. But yeah. Hold on a minute. I need to switch out earphones right quick. Okay, there we go. So, this is why we put our starting point of 0 for those two glows. Let's put it at the halfway point. And what we're going to do is actually take both these glows and push them all the way to the right. But once we get to the second half, we're going to take the really big glow, this spot right here, move it all the way back down. Now, the reason why I bring all of that up, because we got two different glows. We got the one where it becomes really big and then disappears. We got the one that's really small, disappears. If we put them both, it becomes it becomes a slightly bigger glow. And that's the objective right there. That's why we have these two parameters set up specifically for the glows. That's how we get that animation right there. And now we're going to see how this works. You know what? Just to be safe, let's also go back to this blue line up here. And let's extend it a bit. Let's move it a little bit further. I want to leave it at least a 3-second mark, because I want to see how well this works. We're also going to take this blue mark up here at the way top. Drag this one all the way back to the 3-second mark. Now, we're not going to keep it at this 3-second mark. We're going to keep it at 2 at the limit once we're finished, but I just want to see how this works. I want to see a slight delay so we could actually see the actual glow at the end. Although now I need to look at some other parts. Okay, so yeah, this should work. All right, now that we got all of that set up, we're just going to click play. We're going to see how this works. Now that looks okay, but I feel like that flash doesn't last long enough. Like, I feel like it glows and then disappears immediately. And I feel like that's not quite what we're looking for. But do not fret, there is a way to fix this problem. We actually just got to keep it at the 3-second mark. So instead of making it a 2-second animation, actually, let me look at something right quick. Before I decide to go with the 3-second animation, let's check one other thing out. Let me look at the actual tapping animation. We might be able to speed up the tapping animation just a bit. So let's actually do something about that. So how do we adjust how do we adjust everything that we just did? Well, let's go back to those tapping animations. Let's find the endpoints for each of those. And instead of putting them at the second mark or at the 1-second mark, we're actually going to hold the shift key, click on all 3 of these key points. This is where the tapping animation ends. Okay, let me try to explain that one more time. Basically, what we're going to do is that we're going to find the key points where the tapping animation ends. We're going to drag our little cursor here till it reaches the end point, which is basically those little keyframes right there. Hold the shift key or the equivalent on your device, click on all of those, and just move these a little bit further, closer towards the starting end. Now, I want to say this point might be able to work. We're going to bring these ones back a little bit more. We're going to get the glow, we're going to get the glow where it's at its strongest. Move those a little bit further back. I want to say at least 3 points in between. But Now that we got to that point, there's one more thing we need to do, which is at least put a slight delay in between. What do I mean by a slight delay? I'm going to show you right now. Basically, if you look at it, the glow, it gets to its brightest glow, and then it immediately drops, as if that glow did not last very long. And I kind of don't want that. I want it to go back to where that glow lingers for a bit. Like the strongest point of that glow, I want it to linger for a bit. So here's what we're gonna do. Save, good idea. Thank you for the save, thank you for the hydrate sherbet and the random asset. I will add the random asset soon enough. Let me just fix this up right quick, and I'll get to that one as soon as I can. So, here's how we're gonna have the light delay, or yeah, this is how we're gonna have the light linger on for a little bit longer. What we need to do is click right here. Gonna lay down while watching. All right, you do your lurking, you do your lurking, and I thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you have a good night, better tomorrow, and a great week. And I hope you enjoy the stream in the meantime. So, we need to find a point somewhere in between these two parts. So we're gonna click on this point right here. This part is gonna be where we have the delay. Now, how do we make that delay? Well, we just got to click on these glows right here. So, click on the small glow, click on the big glow. As you can see, that big glow is in the middle part because that's where the halfway point is going to be. But we don't want it to be at that halfway point. What we're going to do is take that middle part, move it all the way to the right, and this will have that light linger on for a bit longer. But at the same time, I feel like it's a little too far off to the... So, let's actually bring that a little bit closer to the right side to have that glow linger on for a little bit longer, and then it just disappears. Although, maybe not so much. Let's pull this back a little bit. Right there should be good. Now let's test this out. Let's see how it rolls. Let's see how it ends at the end of the day. I feel like that lingers on for a little too long. So, let's actually bring this back a little bit more. Right here might work. Because, like I said, I just want it to linger for a little bit, and then we have it go away. So this might work right here. Let's give it a shot. Maybe pull it back just a little bit longer, because it does have a lingering effect, but I feel like that lingering effect is still too long of a linger. Let's try this again. Wait, we got it. So we just needed to have it delay by at least one block. As you can see right there, we just put a... Yeah, we just have that light stay on for at least one block long, and that should be good. And then it disappears, and then it goes back to that regular glow. And then, that's basically it. So we got our animation done. And, long story short, when it comes to animations, what you mainly want to know about is basically, okay, when it comes to the animations, you're going to need two major things. You're going to want deformers already set up for said animation. So essentially, you're kind of animating it twice, if that makes any sense. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but that is how the live 2D rigging, or yeah, the live 2D animations work. You basically have to rig it twice. You got to set up the smaller animations, and then you put all those bigger animations, or yeah, you got to make some smaller animations, and then use those smaller animations to make one big animation. Like you could see right here. Just to show you one more time, basically what we did was we got this tab, or we made one deformer that had a tap, one deformer for a small glow, one deformer for a big glow, and then you would have to put all of those together to make the full animation like so. In the meantime, we're going to have that one flash, or yeah, we're going to have that one animate while we give a shout out. We got to give a couple shout outs right quick. One, we got to give a shout out to Nebula. Thank you again for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Folks, go check out Nebula. They do a lot of streaming. It's a really chill time over there. Really great streams. Also, if you look at the PNG over there, it was drawn, or yeah, it was, yeah, they commissioned me to draw their PNG. It was a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Sci-fi stuff, but it was definitely well worth it. And everybody stopping by from Nebula stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, full-size moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. Today, we just needed to work on an animation for a blobby derp. I just wanted to show how that animation process works, which is basically a lot of keyforms, a lot of deformers, a lot of parameter stuff, and just setting up those parameters, or, you know, those parameter rigs to make said animation using said keyforms and all of that stuff. I try to go into more detail because what I just said right now probably made no sense at all whatsoever. But yeah, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day there, Nebula. What were you up to? What were you playing? How was the witch's house? I hope you had a lot of fun. Also, everybody stopping by from the raids. If you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding and running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. And the plushie moth has been there for 7 or 30 minutes. We can go back to the regular one. There we go. And let's also give a shout out to Icy. What were you up, or yeah, welcome on in, Icy. Hope you've been having a good weekend, or a good week. Go check out Icy. Really funny streams over there. Really great community. Really great stuff. Highly recommend checking them out when you get the chance. All right. Don't you know that you are a shooting star? I'm a giant rock that's burning in the atmosphere? I knew it. I knew it. That's gonna be how I go out. Like, I always knew that was how I was gonna end. Not gonna lie, kind of an appropriate end. That just means at the end of the day, I was chasing my own light. Anyway. Finished Bokura earlier with Thunder. Which one's Bokura? Is that the one with the two different perspectives where one of you sees a bunch of animals and the other one sees a bunch of robots? And then finished the witch's house after. Yo, nice. Lampy was actually in Nibiru all this time. Yes. I was wiping out fields. Why? Because I really wanted to get rid of those freaking boards. I'm getting tired of those long-winded turns. This is the best way to end those long-winded turns. Just drop a rock on their side of the field. And since I couldn't find a big enough rock, I became the rock. Can you smell? Okay, I'm done. Okay. Anyway. Yes? Ah, fair. Oh, nice. That one looks like a really fun game. I think that would be pretty cool to play, where both of you just see two different perspectives. That always sounds like an awesome game. Lampy the Rock confirmed. Wait. I don't want to be the Rock. I've seen his reputation tanking recently. Actually, not even recently. Well, in the recent years, his reputation has been tanking. Although, to be fair, he's rich, so, you know what? I wouldn't mind being the Rock. I'd just walk away from everything, like, you know what? Honestly, I don't know why more celebrities don't do that. Like, you make your millions, you make your money, you make your bank, and then you just walk away from it all. Just set up a farm in the middle of nowhere. Or find some sort of property in the middle of nowhere. Just go out there, live your life. Live your life with your millions. Invest in something. And then you never have to do another movie in your life. You never have to see another person in your days. Just sit out there. Then again, maybe that's just me. I don't know. This is why I need to get famous. So I can make that famous money and then disappear, and then no one will ever find me again. People will assume I'm dead, or that there was some sort of scandal, and in all actuality, I'm just sitting on a mountain with like a... I'm trying to think, what sort of food is out there? What sort of food would I want? What sort of food would I like to just get a bulk of and just eat that for the rest of my days? Hamburger. Yeah, I'm just gonna be sitting out there in the middle of the mountains, just eating hamburgers all day. That would be my game plan. I don't know, folks. If you became famous and you got that famous money, more importantly, that famous money, what would you do with all that famous money? Definitely fun and interesting. Yeah, it does look. It looks fun and interesting. Not gonna lie. Can't forgive The Rock for ruining DC movie universe because of his ego. I know, right? Not just his ego, but his brand. And that was the part that sucked the most, is that we finally had something good. We finally had a good couple of DC movies. Aquaman 1, Wonder Woman 1 was okay. Like I said, Wonder Woman 1, if you just take the Ares fight out of that movie, it's amazing. Just take that last portion, just take that last 10% out of the movie, and I feel like it would have been a masterpiece. But you can't win them all, I suppose. Just can't win them all. But anyway, but most importantly, Shazam. Shazam was a really good movie. I really liked Shazam. That was a good one. And then Black Adam ruined it. Truly was Shazam's biggest villain. Okay, so we have that one. We could stop here, but we're not done just yet, because we still need to make the other part of the animation. So let's say, actually, not exactly make the other part of the animation, but here's what we got to do. We need to find where that deformer was for the showing the actual staff. We need to delete that one. So now you never see that staff, and that animation is only going to pop up when the staff is active. So now let's check out the other side, because Blobby did want the staff to be on the other end. Let's see if it still works the same way. And it does. So we got the animation for both sides. Left staff, right staff, both of them have that same animation. And this is the easy part about Live 2D. Kind of. Is when you're working on these animations, if you have the staff, yeah, if you have everything set up on your specific parameters, because we got two different staffs, but they're both set up on the same staff tap, small glow, big glow, all of that. It makes things a whole lot easier to work with, and this is exactly why we do these sort of things. That didn't make any sense at all whatsoever. Let me try that again. Basically, we got two different staffs, but they're both registered on the same parameters. They're both registered on the same staff glow, the small glow, or the same staff tap, the small glow, and the big glow. Since they're both registered on the same parameters, we don't actually have to do any other actual rigging or animating. Because if we animated it the first time, the other one is going to take the exact same steps, because they're both on the same parameters. So, the only thing we really need to do now is this. Let's stop. I said stop. We're gonna save this. We're gonna go find the Blobby Derp folder. Blobby Derp folder. There it is. We're just gonna put staff tap. We're gonna save that as the animation. Now, here's the best part about all of this. As I mentioned before, we're going to have this be available as an animation for both sides. But all we really need to do is hide, and in order for us... Okay, so we're going to need to have it for the left side and the right side, or both sides, if they ever get crazy to have both staffs out. Which I doubt will happen, but if they wanted both staffs out, they could have that animation for both sides, or just one side. Now, how do you get that to work? How do you make it to where you can have that animation go off for both sides? I'm actually going to show you that right now. As crazy as it sounds, we're going to go to our... Yeah, we're going to go to these two parts where we see our staffs. We're going to go to our staff... Yeah, our staff right and our staff left. And what we just need to simply do... Take that key point and delete them. They're both going to be hidden. Now, why is that very specific that we hide those staffs for the animation? Wouldn't that cause them to not show up when you click on that animation point? As you can see, the thing is running and there's no staff animation. You see no staff movement. You want to know why that is? It's because these two are not being shown. However, they do not need to be shown in the animation section of this. They need to be shown when the toggles go off. When your model, when the model goes off and shows off those toggles, that is when you'll actually see the animation. Therefore, the animation will go off when you have those toggles. If you don't have the toggle on, the animation won't show up. And we're going to have a toggle for the left and the right. So, if they wanted to show it for just the right side, they would turn on the right toggle. If they wanted to show the animation for just the left side, they'll turn on the left toggle. If they wanted the animation to pop up on both ends, they'll just turn on both toggles. And therefore, so they can have that animation pop up on whichever side of the arm they want. We do not turn on the toggles on the animation itself. That is for the live 2D model and the live 2D model alone. Speaking of food, I think I might get a snack. That's a good idea. Go get that food, go get them snacks, and I hope whatever snack it is, I hope it turns out well. Also, if you'd like to talk about that snack, feel free to mention the snack right here. Chicken teriyaki is my favorite, is my choice. You know what? That's a good choice right there. Chicken is always good. I'm refusing to cameo Shazam. Oh, him refusing to cameo Shazam was stubborn. Wanting to fight Superman was his biggest mistake. There's so much wrong there. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why The Rock thought, let me pick a villain role. Let me pick a character that's supposed to be a villain, or at best, an anti-hero. And thought, I'm gonna take over the DC the way Robert Downey Jr. took over Marvel, and thought this would work. I don't understand. Didn't make any sense. But you know what? Well, really bit him on the butt on that one. Also, Storm Psych, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. I hope things are good. I hope things are well. Buy the stuff to make that in bulk, but I would honestly use some of my money to flip houses and then sell them to people and build a small company off it. That or a restaurant or a bakery. Honestly, fair too. That's fair too. Things are indeed well. Exploring the game Soulframe. Ooh, what's Soulframe? That might also be a good idea. The restaurant thing. I mean, it's working for Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo? Danny Trejo? I don't know. I can't speak Spanish. Well, anyway, let's go back to this. So, now that we got all the animation set up, now that we got everything set up exactly how we want it, so far, we still need to wait and see if Blobby confirms that this is how they want the animation to look. But yeah, also, Uni, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Let's give a shout out to Uni. What have you been up to? What were you doing? What were you playing? I hope things were going well. I hope things were well. I hope things were good. How was the Little Nightmares? I hope the Little Nightmares was good. If I'm correct, were you in the Among Us collab last time? I see the Sprouts things, and I remember some plants. I remember plant-based people in the Among Us game. Was you? Ah, gotcha. Y'all were really good at that one. Like, I didn't get a single chance at being killer, but I feel like I would have failed that one miserably. Those who played killer in that game, that was phenomenal stuff. Oh, right, I should probably show. Right staff. There we go. And everybody stopping by from... Yeah, folks, go check out Uni. Go check out Uni Acorn. Really awesome people. Yeah, really awesome people. I met them through Madius during an Among Us. During an Among Us collab. Highly recommend checking them out. And thank you again for the raid and everybody stopping by from their stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, full-size moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing rigging streams. We're currently working on the staff animation, which I think we just got done. So now I need to figure out what else to do. I'm not gonna lie, I expected the staff animation to take a bit longer, but like that, it was done. Oh, you beat it? Oh, nice. Congrats. I hope it was a lot of fun. I've never played Uni is easier. Gotcha. All right, I will remember that from now on. I'll just call you Uni from this point forward. But yeah, also, if you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about writing and running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. Also, now that you mentioned Little Nightmares, I just remembered that it's a little kid in a hood. I think it's a little kid in a hood. If I'm correct, that thing starts eating people or other things. I know that little, no wonder it's called Little Nightmares. That thing is a little nightmare. It does? Yeah. 2D animator? Yeah. I drew and rigged everything myself. And right now we're currently, we just finished off the little staff tap animation. As you can see, the objective was to make the staff tap, have that lantern give a big glow, and then just bring the glow back in a little bit. It might not even keep the small glow. I need to talk to the client about that staff glow to see if they want the little glow at the end or if they just want that glow to just flash for a minute and then disappear. Also, we made it small. We made it large enough to be noticeable, but small enough to where it doesn't blind you. Which, by the way, I apologize, folks. That boss fight stream might be slightly blinding, so look forward to that. But yeah, let me try to catch up with things. But yeah, congratulations on beating Little Nightmares. I've never played it before, but I've seen a lot of people play it. I've never actually seen the end, so I have no idea how it goes at the end. I'm scary? Yeah. I think you may have killed me in one of those games. I'm not entirely sure. Wait. Yeah, I think you may have killed me in one of those games. It was either you or somebody else. All I remember was seeing green once, and then boom, neck snap. The people are the nightmare? Ah, fair. Okay, that makes sense. Also, I see. Thank you for the hydrate, stretch. Yeah. And the posture check. The animation of the staff makes me think of Gandalf. You shall not pass. Tap, tap. You know what? I could see that. Oh, you know what? I mean, it is a rigging animation, so they can say that. So they can actually say that part. Oh, last but not least, before I forget, to make sure that, well, you know what? Maybe the animation could still go off while, you know, the model is moving around and talking and stuff. I think that part should be fine. I was actually going to stop the model itself, so it just focuses on the tap tap. But I'm thinking about it, and honestly, I feel like... Wait. I do know one thing that should be stopped, though, while the animation is going on. So we actually need to set up one last part, which is we need to find body Z, because as you can see, body Z moves left and it moves right, and if we do all of that, then it really doesn't tap no more, now does it? So we kind of need to put that one. We need to lock this one into the middle, into the center. I mean, the reason why we need to lock that into the center is so when they use their own model, the body does not move during the tap animation, and solely during the tap animation. Once the tap animation is done, boom, their model can move, you know, all different directions however they see fit as per normal again. But just for that one part where they do the tap, we need the body to stay still so it doesn't over tap or go too far away. I forgot who was also green in that game. Yeah, same. I'm trying to remember. I'll be honest, there was a lot of names and I can't remember half of them. Not to say that they, like, no disrespect to anybody. It's just that I'm bad at names. I'm really bad at names. Like, I'm just looking at, like, okay, so there's the green person, there's the blue person, there's like 2 green people. All right, so there's that. Okay, so there's those folks, all amazing folks. I remember that person killed me. Do you remember any other names? Let me get back to you on that. Also, let me see. Moth Fleet Among Us community event when? Absolutely not. I'm not trusting that. I feel like someone's going to sneak into that event and then they're going to say all the things. I mean, unless there's no microphone and y'all just talk on the side, then maybe I could get away with this one. You know what? I think that might be a better idea. I might consider an Among Us community night, but I'm gonna have to keep that one on the side, or I'm gonna have to keep no microphones on. No microphones for that game, because I can't risk that going down. Last thing I want is someone, like I said, someone sneaking in and saying the most obscene stuff and then getting banned. How should I know? I've seen multiple people have community nights. I've seen a couple of people have community nights. I remember way back in the day. Actually, perfect timing for Cersei to pop up. That happened to Fiora. That's exactly what I was going to mention. Also, let's give a shout out to Cersei. Folks, if you haven't checked out Cersei, I highly recommend that you do. They do a lot of drawing streams. They do some drawing streams. They play a good variety of video game streams. It's always a really awesome time over there. A really hilarious, really hilarious community. Like, overall, just great streams. And they got a Howl Redeem. Go check out that Howl Redeem. Really great stuff. Really great howls. Also, for some reason, my earphones, I think, just died. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think my earphones just died. Because one of my earphones just ain't working at all. Hold on a minute. Oh, I think I might know what it is. Yep, I found out what the problem was. I was using the wrong set of earphones. There we go. Also, Virith, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Uh-oh. Ads. We're going to give a shout out to Virith after the ads are done. Oh, wait, the ads are done. Let's give a shout out to Dark Virith. Go check out the Dark Virith. I highly recommend that you do. Do not check out the Howl Redeem. Check out the Howl Redeem. But yeah, folks, go check out Virith. They play a good variety of games. They play if you're a fan of DVDs, if you're a fan of Bloodborne, Repo. Oh, I didn't know you were playing Repo. Good. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, if you're a fan of DVD or Bloodborne or some other Souls-like game stuff, I highly recommend checking them out. Really awesome times over there. And everybody stopping by from Dark Beer Stream. Give me a second. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football size mouth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes I like to do rigging streams. And today is one of those gaming streams today, or rigging streams. Today we are working on the rig animation for a Blobby Derp. We just finished off the staff animation. I hope y'all enjoy. I hope y'all enjoy your stay. If you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding or running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. How was the repo? I hope it was good. I hope it went well. But yeah. Let me see. Among Us Community Night? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe Community Night. But like I said, I'm gonna have to not have microphones on, or I'm gonna have to have the entire game muted or something like that in order for that Community Night stuff to work. Because like I said, last thing I want is for what happened to Fiora to happen over here as well. Luckily, Fiora was lucky on that because they didn't get banned, or at least I don't think they did. But I do know some other folks where they decided we're gonna do some community night celebrations. Someone messed it up real bad, and they got banned for like 11 days, and that really sucked. That's why I'm like, yeah, let me think this through first. Hello, old cult leader. No cult leader. Nonsense. Cease. Desist. Thank you for the shout out. Yeah, no problem. No, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I was playing Repo with crowd control, and tomorrow will be Lady Maria boss fight. Ooh, boss fight. You got this, beat up Lady Maria. I won't backstab the Moth. I'm a good duck. Ryu's gonna kill me every time, and if I get killer, you already know. If Ryu dies, that's probably me. Like, you'll probably even see it too. Like, if I get killer, I'm just gonna like straight up just target acquired. And if any, like, you'll immediately see it. Like, you'll just see me just straight up just shoot Ryu. And then, you know, the report happens like, Lamp, do you have anything to say for yourself? Worth it. I know Icy would yell at me if I immediately just beelined it. But it ain't gonna stop me. Alright, let me see. It was a lot of fun. Nice, nice, nice. I'm glad to hear it. Wait, how do you do Repo with crowd control? I'm also surprised they already have crowd control for that game. We were panicking trying to get that guy off the Discord. I can imagine. I can imagine. Because, yeah, like I said, they were saying a lot of obscene stuff back then. Okay, so now that we got this animation done, what we're going to do is that we're going to go find the one for whichever one is showing that arm. There it is. Nope, that's body Z. I need to find the proper one. Here we are, this one. Staff right. Delete that. It's all gone. Let's save one more time. And now to finish things off, now that we got all of the animation that we needed to set up, how do we actually make this work for our live 2D model when it comes to VTube Studio? Or how do we set up the file now? Because we have our staff tap animation right there and we saved it. Is that all we need to do? Nope. We need to do one last thing. What we need to do is go over to File. Yeah, File over here. Drag it all the way down until we go to Export Runtime. And you'll see we have 3 options, but 2 of them are blanked out, so we can't really use those, which is Export as MOC3. That's basically your live 2D model file. Export as physics settings. That's obviously your physics settings for your live 2D model. And then last but not least is export motion file. That is exporting your animation, and that, apologies there folks, that is the one that we want. So let's click on that sucker. It's going to have something pop up like the following items are blah 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 blah. Just put okay. Everything else you'll probably, yeah, okay, we're actually going to need to go all the way to the tutorial video so you can see this part. So you'll see, let's do this one more time. So you can see all the things that pop up. Export runtime. Export as MOC, blah, blah, blah. Export motion file. Click on that. This stuff, don't worry about it. Don't click on any, or yeah, don't click on anything except for OK. Just click on OK right there. All of this stuff looks intimidating, looks terrifying. Don't worry about it. Just click OK. Just leave everything as is and just click OK. Also, before I click, we're going to go back over to the drawing tab because now it's going to ask where I want to put the files, and just to be safe, we're going to keep that one blank so I don't accidentally reveal names or something. So let's go back to the blobby derp animation. We're going to name that animation, what's it called? What do I name it? Right, staff tap. And then we put save. And now we got our staff tap animation. So now that we got all of that ready, let's save that. Let's close that. We go back to this part. And we're almost done with the blobby dirt model. We just need to finish off one last thing. Okay, by the way, did you put the random asset on your Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. We gotta add Sherbert's random asset. Let me see a random asset that we can add, because I completely forgot. You know what? Since Sherbert's here, let's add jellyfish. I know they're not a jellyfish, but we're gonna add this psychedelic jellyfish. Which, by the way, folks, if you like the psychedelic jellyfish hat, there we go. You can find this psychedelic jellyfish hat PNG, or actually, it's not even a PNG; it's an animated GIF. If you want this psychedelic jellyfish hat GIF, you can find it on the Coffee page, absolutely free. Just put KOFI, and you too can get yourself a psychedelic jellyfish hat. And if it does charge you, you let me know, and I'll move it somewhere that doesn't charge. Okay, let me catch up with some things. Let me see. You can give certain trusted people might privileges, and the rest of the public just chat only. You know what? That might also work too. I think that would be fair. That's literally the reason I made the gaming license.
We'll get them next time.
Sure, we will get them next time. Also, welcome on in there, Die. Give me 1 second. Do not worry. I will get back, or I will get to you soon enough. All right, let's see. That's literally the reason I made the gaming license in my server. If I ever do a community night like that, only trusted people could access, only trusted people could access the VC. You know what? That's a very smart move right there. That's a very, very smart move right there. So you chat. Oh, yeah. Let's see. So your chat can give you items or even spawn enemies and everything in between. Why do I feel like they just spawned a bunch of clowns? Or the blind guy with the gun? I know I'd spawn the blind guy with the gun. I apologize. If I ever have points, I'm going to use them for the most nefarious things imaginable. Like, I know there are ways to just, I know there are options to help the player, or, you know, help the streamer with during their game, but, nuts to that. I'm gonna commit atrocities. Why? Because I think it's funny. Also, before I forget, I almost forgot to say something. Hold on a minute. I just remembered. Okay, I missed a lot. Let me see. Because I remember seeing that message earlier. Where'd it go? I lost it. Dang. But yeah, Manexus, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. I swear I saw one of your messages a while back, but I don't remember where it went. Oh, there it is. It's Lampy. There we go. Let's give a shout out. I apologize. I saw it a while back, but I got distracted by so many things. I'll be honest, this happens a lot, folks. I will say that there are times where I may miss a message, and that's mostly because chances are I did see it and I forgot to respond, and then my mind drifted off to something else, and then when I see your name again, I'm like, right, I remember there was a message I was supposed to respond to. Welcome on in, folks. Go check out Manexus. They play a good variety of games. It's a really funny time over there. They are one of the people that have shown me a lot of cursed stuff. It's because of them that I know about Mountain Dew hot dogs and the Mountain Dew key lime pie at Taco Bell, as well as, what was the last one? That extremely green McFlurry. No, not McFlurry. Shamrock Shake at McDonald's. They have also commissioned me to do a lot of animations, and I greatly appreciate all the work. Yeah, I greatly appreciate each and every one of those opportunities. But yeah, go check them out. If you want to see the animations, go check out Manexus. If you want to see like some really funny if you want to see some really funny comedy streams, go check out Manexus. If you want to learn the Elder's truth about some of the most cursed foods imaginable, go check out Manexus. I highly recommend it. I'd let Lampy sell me out for a shiny rock. I get it 100%. Agreed. I too would sell people out for a shiny rock. Wait, I mean, what? By the way, did you put the random asset? Oh yeah, we put the random asset now. Thank you for reminding me there, Ryu. I completely forgot. But yeah, let's see. But would you trust Lampy? I don't know. He looks like the sort to sell you out for a shiny rock. What? I don't know what you're talking about. I look very trustworthy. I don't know where you're getting that impression from. Anyway. Let's also give a shout out to Daishimo before I forget, because knowing me, I'm gonna forget. Go check them out when you get the chance. If you're a fan of cooking streams and some wacky antics, that's a good place to go. Highly recommend it. Okay, let's see. You're totally fine. I was vibing and eating dinner. Ah, fantastic, fantastic. I hope you had some good food there. I hope it was good food. I did see your message, but I intentionally ignored it. Lampy, probably. I only intentionally ignore it if I feel like the conversation... What's the word I'm looking for? The only times I really ignore chats is either A, it's a conversation between two other people, so none of my business. B, the conversation is something that I really can't... What's the word I'm looking for? No matter how hard I try, there's nothing I can really say about the conversation. Or B, a topic's been going on for too long and it's time to switch up. Also, Winter413, thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the Moth Fleet. I hope you enjoy your stay. By the way, you're Lampy now. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. Or if it's a pun. If it's a pun, I'm ignoring it like off the bat. Like, those are the main ones. Those are the main ones above all else. And Fallen, welcome on in. Let's give a shout out to Fallen. If you haven't checked out Fallen Artesia, I highly recommend that you do. They're currently working on a new project. It's a big project. Look forward to that. They're currently on hiatus, but when they come back, I expect to see each and every one of you there to celebrate their big return. And many other projects that I have in mind. Go check them out. They also do art. They also play Repo. They are really good at Repo. They are the ones that are carrying the game whenever... Okay, let me tell you this. One, they are a hard carry in that game for two reasons. One, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even have Repo in the first place. Even though I told them to save their money, they still bought me Repo. Two, when I'm invited to the games, they're usually the last one to survive, no matter what. They're the last one standing because the rest of us were either we were a bunch of doofs, or we trolled a little too much. We trolled a little too close to the sun, and now Fallen is the only one remaining. So yeah, go check out Fallen. Really great stuff over there. Okay, let me try to catch up with things. Actually, let me go back to this part. Oh, right. I needed to get the little dude right there. That's what we needed to do next. A couple more months till the new model is made, and I finally commissioned more from Lampy again. Yo, new model? Yo, congrats. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on with the new model. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty awesome. I have more cursed ideas. Oh, no. Of course, it's more cursed ideas. Well, I look forward to seeing what these cursed ideas are. You have a very shiny head, Lampy. I know, right? Rub it for good luck. Or is that just the Buddha? Wait, no, it's the Buddha's belly. Wait, do you rub the Buddha's head or the Buddha's belly? Which one? Whose head do you have to rub to get good luck? I feel like Lampy would sell me for a whole bag of chips. I'd sell everybody for a whole bag of chips. I'd sell everybody for a single bag. I'd sell the entire cult just to get rid of it. Okay, bedtime for me. Have a great rest of the stream. All right there, sirs. Thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. Right. In case anyone pops up, they should probably be seeing the animation. So let's bring that animation back right quick, just so y'all can see the animation while I'm talking. Fireworks are going off. That makes sense. It's almost July. Staff, staff, staff. Where be that staff? It's around here somewhere. There's the staff, right staff. Okay, let's just have that loop for a minute. All right, let's try to catch up with the reading for now. All right. Welcome to the basement. We got cookies. You're not supposed to have cookies. Give me back my cookies. I always survive? That is very true. Fallen always survives. Also, thank you for the giant... What on earth is that? At least they're wearing pants, I think. Okay, out of all the freaking emotes that Twitch second guesses, They let that one run? How'd they? Okay, Twitch. Twitch. It's a shirt? Oh, that is a shirt. Oh. Okay, you know what? Dang, that's too explicit. Yeah, apparently it's a shirt though, so it's not as weird. Okay, I think I know how Twitch let that one slide. They probably looked at this too and thought, you can't expect us to let this one slide. Don't worry, it's a t-shirt. Oh, dang, so it is a t-shirt. All right. They're also a partner streamer, so that maybe that's allowed. You know what? If they're a partnered streamer, okay, unfortunately, I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but let's be honest, Twitch has a huge bias, so there's a lot of bigger streamers that could get away with a lot more than any of us can ever imagine. Which is dumb, but they can. Okay, as much as I want to say it's dumb, it makes sense as to why, but that's still a major problem, which is basically they're making a lot of money for the company. So, of course, they're going to get benefits like, you know, the line being towed just before them, just right in front. Like, if they decide to cross the line, of course, they're going to be like, okay, so they're kind of making money for us, so let's drag that line just a little bit. Okay, right there. Up, they stepped over it again. Okay, let's try that one more time. Of course, they stepped over it again. Okay, you know what? Let's bring that back a little bit more. I think that person just stepped right in front of that line. How much money are they making for us? Not too much. Ban them. That's usually how companies work. All right, let's see. Let's, apologies there, folks. I need water. Like, at least that one is kind of funny, but I've seen many emotes where I'm like, how is that allowed? That's going to happen a lot. That is going to happen a whole lot. Thank you for the hydrate, the save, and the posture check and the stretch. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now that we got all of that done, we're going to finish off one last part, because they did request a live 2D model for this little guy right here. You see this little dude? You see this little dude? You see this little sucker? This little guy right here? We need to make a... They also requested a live 2D model. That freaking dog. Also, thank you for the giant emotes there, Manexus. I greatly appreciate it. So what you're saying is, we push Lampy to partner. No, we don't need to push Lampy to partner. Save your money. Although, to be fair, now that I think about it, if it was partner, apparently you get like a 60-40 split. So that actually that actually doesn't sound too bad, 60-40 in comparison to the 60-40 split that we currently get, which is, oh, right, for those of you that may not know, when it comes to subs, the streamer doesn't get a 50-50, it's actually a 40-60. The 60 going to Twitch. Which I found out I found out sometime last year, because when I was looking at it, like, wait a second, hold on a minute. This doesn't add up to 250 each? What's going on here? Yeah, it turns out you only get like 2 something. Like 212 or so. What a ripoff. Does Twitch still do that? I haven't kept up. YouTube gives everyone 70%. Yeah. Although, to be fair, with the only... I would say they both have their pluses and their minuses, because with Twitch, it's a lot easier to get to that point. However, they still take a lot more from you. Where with YouTube, they give you a lot more, but you have to work your butt off to get to that point. And even then, YouTube might see one of those videos and say, you know what? Yeah, we don't agree with that one. We're taking money away from that video. You don't get money from that one. I think that one's copyright music right there. I think you said a swear. And it's like, Too much red tape. Which makes sense. It's YouTube. YouTube is red, so there you go. All right, let's see. Well, what's your experience on that one there, Di? You're the one who uses YouTube more than anyone else. Like, what's your experience on that? Like, how is it on that side? Is there red tape? Is there a lot of hassle? Is it easier? You let me know. Getting YouTube partner isn't hard. Oh, getting YouTube partner isn't hard. It's like one half successful videos. Wait, what do you mean? I haven't had any issues with my content getting flagged over zero hassle. Ah. Okay, so it's not as bad as I heard. Also, thank you for the giant emote there, Manexus. Also, speaking of which, folks, if you look at that giant emote, that one was actually commissioned by Manexus. It was actually they commissioned me to make that animation. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun. But then again, that's animations for you. Animations are always a lot of work. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get that little dude right there. We're gonna copy him. We're gonna take this one. We're gonna duplicate him. Whole new route. Drag this little dude all the way to the bottom. So he's separate from everything else. We're gonna save this model for right now. Actually, you know what? We're gonna save this as a new model. So new desktop. New folder. Dude. Open that folder. Save right there as dude. So this is an entirely new folder, an entirely new file. Now, why did we do that? Because what I need to do right now is take everything else here. Except for the original dude. Everything else here. Delete all of that. Except for that one little dude right there. Bring that little dude to the center. Increase the size significantly. Bring him back to the middle. Yeah, let's make this a pretty big dude. What was that? Oh, right. Thank you for reminding me. I gotta put the text-to-speech on. I forgot to do that. Let's put this text-to-speech right there. And let me catch up with the reading soon enough. Alright, let's see.
You should definitely check Lampy's vgen to commission him. Totally worth it.
Honestly, yeah, I'll agree with that one. Okay, I was looking at that, like, I was expecting Ryu to say, give Lampy money. I'm like, hey, wait a sec. Well, actually, yeah, go to the vgen. Folks, go check out the... Yeah, folks, if you ever wanted to commission Lampy, you can either contact me directly or go to the vgen. Speaking of which, this is actually one of those commissions right now. So if you ever wanted to check that out, check out the rates. Which also reminds me, we're having a live 2D rigging sale for only 5 more days left. Basically, the rigging sale, or yeah, the live 2D rigging sale ends by the end of the month. And if you were working on a budget, I can always work with that budget. There are always optional. Yeah, there's always options to. Yeah, there's always options to for more affordable. Yeah, there's more affordable options. That's the best way to put it. Because what you see as the base price, that might be a bit pricey for some folks, but there are options for more affordable opportunities. Okay, there we go. Now that we got the little dude, let's see, left to right, there we go. We got all of that going on. Now all we need to do next is go to the talking animation. Where is it? Talking animation. Oh, there's dude talk. So we already got the talking animation. Boom, there we go. Look at that little dude go. So all we basically need to do here now is... Oh wait, actually, you know what? We're going to take this dude talk, go to adjust, or we're going to go to change. Oh right, I got to click on the keyform. Light talk Go to there, right click, and then I will catch up on the reading. Go to change, and then we're gonna drag this down to mouth open. Put OK. Now that'll be on the actual talking animation. And let's actually see this in motion. What the? Why is it only... Oh, right. I forgot. Okay, so adjust 0 to 30. Where does this one end, though? Oh, it ends on 1. Okay, so adjust, change. No, not change. Right click. I said right click. Let me do the right clicking. There we go. Adjust. Put the 30 at 1. Put OK. Now we got the actual talk. Now let's go back over to this section. Physics settings. There we go. Look at that little blob. Okay, funny enough, despite the fact that Blobby Derp is the green one, I just looked at that, like, look at the little Blobby Derp. Like, no way, wrong one. Okay, let's just put this little animation going on right there, and you can see the little flashing showing that it's talking. All right, there we go. Let's check out some stuff here. You have to use music. You have to... Oh, let's see. You have to use music. You have the rights to use. The difference is that YouTube follows copyright law, while Twitch and TikTok don't. Ah, fair. Okay, that makes sense. Highly recommended. He did my model. Yeah. Go check out Fallen's model. You'll see all the work that was done there. There was a whole lot of toggles. There's just one thing that wasn't rigged by me, which was little galaxy spin. I just want to clarify that. But after that, everything else, all rigged by yours truly and drawn by Fallen. All makes amazing models, or makes amazing model art. You should check them out for that. Okay, best official mod ever, or best unofficial mod ever. Helps promote him and helps the mod. And then bullies me into the ground. So yeah, they're basically a mod. I might as well just mod them at this point. Okay. Is it a discount or more expensive? Okay. Is it a discount or more expensive for you to draw with your non-dominant hand? I feel like I would have to make that more expensive because you're basically limiting me on how I can work. Yeah, I feel like since you're making it more difficult for me to do the work, I feel like that would be more expensive. Like, even though the quality may not be the same, I am being very restricted at the jump. So I feel like that would be the case. Look at that little derp. Okay, so now that we got that section, we're actually going to set up these two different deformers. So, number 1, export file. Or we're going to go to file, scroll all the way down, go to export file, click on that. Right, before I forgot. We need to go to the texture atlas because I forgot that part the entire way. Click on this texture atlas, select all the little derp stuff, paste in place. Go to the automatic... Right, you can't see any of this stuff. Hold on a minute. Go to the automatic layout. Okay, actually, let's take all of these things, remove them, click on that one, hold the shift key, click on the bottom, right click, select place, go to automatic layout, let it automatically lay everything out for itself. Go to this one, delete it, because we don't need this texture. And then we just put OK. While we wait for that one to load, we're going to come back over here. Everything is all set. Everything is all fixed. And last but not least, go to the modeling. Oh, wait. Hold on a minute. Why do I feel like there's a part that I'm missing? I definitely feel like there's a part that I'm missing. Hold up, we're gonna figure this out. Because I feel like... Well, actually, no. If it was there, it would have popped up. So I think we should be in the clear. Let's just save. Because I'm looking at everything here and I don't see any gray squares. So I think we're good. So yeah, let's go to File. Let's go to Runtime. All the way down here, Export for Runtime. Go to this one, click on that. Some tabs will pop up. Incorrect physics group will not be exported. That is okay. We do not need those. Okay, we're on Dude layer. So we're going to make a new one. We're going to call that Dude Model. And then we're going to open that one. Save there. We're all set. All right, let's see. Let me try to catch up some things because I've been missing a lot of the reading. All right, let me see. Get it out of the way, pop-up window. All right, let's see. Have you picked up the remaster of Oblivion or Claire Obscure? I have not picked up the Oblivion one, but I know a lot of people who have been playing Oblivion, and it looks like it's been a lot of fun for a lot of folks. The only thing I know about Oblivion is that their faces, somehow they look weirder than they originally did in the original game, which is funny because, you know, the original game, you know, their faces already looked weird enough, but now in this new remake, I think it's because, you know, the graphics are a lot smoother, the models are a lot cleaner, but the motions are still kind of mucked up at best, so it didn't quite land the way you would have expected it to. I think. That's just my personal opinion on that one. Well, anyway, let's see. I'll wait for a sale on both. That's probably for the best. Really don't model, not gonna lie. I've been meaning to learn, but I feel like I need to start on Source Filmmaker to get an authentic experience. Must ask though, I can only think of what they would look like buying Wonder Bread. Which one? Who's buying Wonder Bread? But yeah. Also, welcome on in the... let's see. Exotropian. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. And yeah, this live 2D stuff, it's definitely a bit tricky. I highly recommend checking out some tutorials on YouTube, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I usually try to... Normally, I try to start models from start to finish, like starting on the model art, then doing the rigging, which I'm also going to try to work on a a mouse animation. Not a mouse animation, a mouse model. I want to work on a mouse model. Like, just regular old mouse, just right there on the side. Kind of like the cat model, if you've seen, or if anyone, yeah, for those that have seen the cat model, it's basically going to be like that. Or the bar, or basically going to be similar to the bird up there. Just make a little mouse. Start from the beginning, finish it off at the end, that sort of stuff. So yeah, if you ever wanted to see what Live 2D is like, feel free to stop by, check out the later streams, or yeah, feel free to check out some future streams and you'll see how the Live 2D stuff works, from making the art to rigging it to adding some animations and then finishing it off as a full-on Live 2D model. Kind of like this little dude, or yeah, kind of like this little dude. So now that we saved that one, we're going to close that. Then we're going to go back to the other one, because we need to go back to the Blobby Derp model. But yeah, I have not picked up either of them, mostly because I am on a budget. Long story short, how do I put it? Long story short, rent was due. That's why I made the sale on Live 2D rigs in the first place. And so, luckily, I made rent. But even then, I'm still not in a comfortable spot where I could say, oh yeah, it's time to splurge. I'm like, whew, we're gonna survive the next 2 months. Now I gotta work like crazy to survive the one after that. All right, let's get this layer. I'm gonna select everything from this object. We're gonna delete it because we don't need that dude no more. All right, let's see. I must ask though, I can only think of what they would look like buying Wonder Bread. I don't get it. Are we talking about Bethesda or what? All right, let's see. Bethesda has a new game coming out in like a month. but they're like, F it, 19-year-old game remastered. Not gonna lie, I feel like that remaster may have turned out to be a better idea in comparison to... Who knows? Maybe their next game is going to be good. Maybe. I don't know. But when it comes to whatever other game they got going on. Oh, that's what I'm trying to say. Let me try to rethink my thoughts. Whatever game they got coming out, who knows? It might work. It might be a flop. You never know. Oblivion. That one, I feel like Oblivion's just like that safety net. Like, you know what? In case this doesn't work, in case it falls apart, we got Oblivion right here. Pick up Oblivion today. That's my guess on it. I mean, because Oblivion's already showed that, you know, it can hold its own. A lot of people were playing Oblivion. A lot of people were even using, like, memes, dumb videos, all that sort of stuff using Oblivion. And then Skyrim came out and just blew that whole thing out of the water. Wonder Bread Guy. Oh, let's see. Wonder Bread Guy. Look into it when you get a moment. Pretty strange and interesting. Wonder Bread Guy. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay, I'm back with food. 4 million players. Okay, let's see. What kind of food did you get there, Icy? Speaking of which, my stomach is starting to grumble. I need to get food later. But first, let's go back to the texture atlas over here. I already showed you how the texture atlas worked before, so I don't need to do that in this part. I just need to wait for all of this to load. Select everything here. Go to the other one. Oh, right. I gotta select one more time. Pick, select, paste. Or not paste, but drop them in that one spot. Automatic layout. One moment. While I'm waiting for the automatic layout, let's catch up to the rest of the reading. 4 million players is good for a 19-year-old game. Also very true. See, this is what I mean by Oblivion is definitely the safety net. Even if the other game doesn't pan out, like if the other game does not pan out and it doesn't work, Oblivion's got their back. Oblivion's got them in the safe spot. I really think Doom... Oh, let's see. Hold on a minute. I see the derp lampy when you pause. Oh, I see the derp lampy when you pause in my head. I'm so tired. Derp lampy? Hold on. Do I got derp lampy around here somewhere? Or was it these two buttons? That button? Was it that button? Was it this button? Was it that button? Was it that button? Where is that derp? Okay, I figured it out. Somewhere. Okay, I don't know how that works. I just hold on to Shift and Control. I just basically push both of the Shift and Alt keys on both sides of the computer, and then boom, somehow this makes it work. I don't know how it works, but okay. Alright, let's see. I really think Doom The Dark Ages is going to be really good. Wait, is Doom made by Bethesda? Or is that a different company? I thought the Wonder Bread guy was just... Oh, let's see. I thought the Wonder Bread guy just likes rich blonde girls who intentionally want to damage the climate. Wait, what? Okay, I am missing a lot of context now. What's going on with this little Wonder Bread guy? Smothered pork chops with smashed potatoes, or mashed potatoes, and gravy with green beans. Ah, that sounds really good right about now. I want food. Oblivion fans like me are a pretty hardcore fan base. We are dedicated. You know what? That's also fair. Like, everybody that I know of that's ever played Oblivion back in the day, they are on it right now. And honestly, I don't blame them for that. It makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I was very surprised with all of that. Oh wait, I forgot. I need to go back to the text. I need to go back to the texture atlas. Ah, but I'm kind of stuck. For those of you wondering, like, what do you mean? Like, what are you stuck on, Lampy? This is the part that you're not seeing. This is the part where it's gonna take a minute. And the worst part is, I gotta go back to that spot and do it all over again. So yeah, I'm gonna be here a while. But hey, on the upside, I found a way to pad out a 30-minute animation with other stuff that needed to be done. Alright, let's see. The newer games, yes, they made Doom 2016 and Eternal. Oh, okay. Then yeah, I don't see how they're gonna mess up. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Because I was about to jinx Doom. I was about to jinx Doom like nobody's business. But long story short, it sounds like a solid game. It's like already like two games that were... One game that was okay, one game that was great. I think this new Doom is going to be okay. That is all I'm going to say. Because the last thing I want to do is curse that one and ruin people's day. Okay? Okay. Anyway. There you go. Yeah. Alright. Bethesda has... had so much potential with Rage, and then dropped the ball with Rage 2. Which ones, wait, which versions of Rage are we talking about? Like the really old ones, or did they make some remakes of that? The first one was good. Fair. If I could send you some of my Quebec meat pie to solve your hunger issues, I would. Thank you, I greatly appreciate that. And yeah, I've been seeing a lot of food you've been making. That looks like some really good food stuff. That looks like some really awesome food right there. Basically, this guy has a reputation, or yeah, let's see. Basically, this guy has a reputation commission various artists of having different blonde fictional women who like to push shelves of Wonder Bread in their cart. Oh, speaking of which, let me look up the Wonder Bread guy, because they said that one of these characters looks like the Wonder Bread guy. Wonder Bread guy. Image. Okay, I'm assuming there's no Wonder Bread mascot. Because I'm legit looking for Wonder Bread guy, and all I'm seeing is just... Yeah, what Ryu said. Yeah, there's no Wonder Bread guy. Or at least not that I found. Alright, let's see. Capcom released a special video to celebrate Resident Evil 4 hitting 10 million players. What video did they send? Alright, let me see. Well, not that part. I'll check that out soon enough. But first, now that we got all of this set up, let's go back to the texture atlas. Because I need to go back to this one. And I need to adjust the automatic layout there. Automatic layout and mesh. Put OK. Click OK. Let that one load again. While that one's loading, let's catch up with the reading. Alright. Most has been great beside last week's water pie. Wait. What's a water pie? How do you make a water pie? Wait. Okay, I've heard of water jello. Maybe that's how you make a water pie? Is it similar to that? How do you make a water pie? That's a very unusual one right there. Water pie? I'm looking at water pie now. Truly a depressing food from the Great Depression. I can imagine. Oh no, I've never heard of water pie before until now. What on earth is water pie? Water pie. Okay, let's see. What are the descriptions? Okay, what is water pie made of? That's what I want to know too. Because, not gonna lie. Yeah, no matter how... I'm looking at people trying to make it look as appealing as possible, And not gonna lie, this they're doing their best, but there's just something that you just can't fix when it comes to a water pie. Like, I'm looking at this water pie, and no matter how high quality someone tries to make it, it's still a water pie. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just gonna toss this right over here. This, folks, is apparently a water pie. And like I said, it doesn't look bad, but it definitely looks like a depressing food. What is this thing made of? Let's find out. Water pie, a Depression-era dessert, is primarily made of 6 basic ingredients: water, flour, sugar, vanilla extract, butter, and pie crust. Yeah, that sounds like depression food right there. I mean, yeah, when you ain't got a lot, you gotta work with what you got. And you know what? It's definitely a product of its time. As for why people are still making water pie, you know what? I'm gonna have an open mind about this one. Who knows? Maybe it might taste good. Maybe it might actually be pretty decent. I don't know. I've never tried a water pie. But you never know. You never know. Water pie might actually be pretty good. I'm grasping at straws here, but you never know. I have no experience with water pie, so there's a chance. There's a possibility. Okay, let me go to this part next, because what I need to do now, export runtime, export file. We're gonna load this one into the next one. Go back. Yo, Barry, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Let's give a shout out to Barry. Oh, right. Actually, since you folks are here, let's toss this. Let's toss this animation over here right quick. But first, let's give a shout out to Barry. Folks, if you haven't checked out Barry Aquarius, I highly recommend that you do. Really funny streams. If you're a fan of DBD, this is a good place to go. If you're a fan of House Flipper, what's the word I'm looking for? House Flipper, TCG Sim, all that sort of stuff, this is a good place to go. And overall, really great people. They crack a lot of jokes, really funny stuff. And everybody stopping by from Barry Aquarius' stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. Yes, the bug is the streamer. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes live 2D rigging streams. And today is one of those today is one of those rigging streams. We just finished off an animation for the blobby derp over here. Basically, what we needed to do was get this model to have that little tap animation right over there. This is what we got done. I hope y'all enjoy your stay. I hope y'all enjoy your day. And if you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding and run, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. Welcome on in, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you there, Odessa. Good to see you there, Barry. How's the zoo planet? Yeah, how's Planet Zoo? What type of game is that, by the way? Also, let's give a shout out to Odessa. They do the art, really amazing stuff. And they're gonna be working on Barry's live 2D model. I'm pretty sure it's gonna look awesome. It's gonna look amazing. And if you want to see what that's gonna look like in the end of the day, go check out Odessa. Just go check out the Odessa. They drew and rigged their own model. And you know what? That's some really awesome stuff right there. Because you know what? Trying to figure out live 2D, like I said, trying to figure out live 2D, that's the most difficult part of it all. Trying to figure it out. Also, good to see you there, Ivy. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. All right, let's see. The Fluffles are raiding in. We are very excited to be here. Yo, welcome on in. Let's see. It was fun. We raised our funds. Ooh. Wait, what kind of funds were you raising? What kind of charity? But yeah, good to see their IV, and welcome on in there, Odd. Hope you're having a good day. Let's give a shout out to Odd. If you have checked out Odd, I highly recommend that you do. For WWF. Okay, I know that's not wrestling. But every time I see WWF, I always assume that it's the World Wrestling Federation. And I know that became WWE now, so I know it's not I know it's not wrestling. Planet Zoo is like a sim for zoo life. Oh, World Wildlife. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes much more sense now. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I get you now. Yo, congratulations on reaching the funds. That's what's up. That's what's up. Congratulations. That's pretty awesome right there. Wildlife. WWF lost that back in the 90s. True. I still remember those WWF ice cream bars. I miss those. Humane the habitats for animals and raise them. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. So it's like a... Yeah, so like you said, it's like a zoo sim. Kind of reminds me of Jurassic Park. Okay, for those of you that don't know, there was this... Jurassic Park actually used to have a game on the Game Boy Color that was like a full-on Jurassic Park sim. It sounds a lot like the zoo sim, or the Planet Zoo that you were playing, except on the Game Boy Color. You had to make money, you had to make sure that your park was running properly, you had to make sure there were no casualties. There was a whole lot that went into that. But yeah, also welcome on in there, Prince. How things be, I hope things are well. But yeah, this is what we got done. And folks, go follow Barry. Now, what was I talking about again? I kind of lost track of everything. Okay, so now that we got that animation done, we're going to close this for now. We're going to go back over here. We're going to load this as a new model. Where is it? Runtime. Export as MOC3. Put OK. Put OK on that one. Need to find the Blobby Dirt model. Blobby Plush. Gonna name this one Blobby Plush Model. Gonna rename this one to Blobby. Then we should be good right there. But yeah, that sounds like a really fun game right there. I don't know how Sims work, but it still sounds like a really fun game. All right, gonna overwrite, put OK, save as the new one, and let's see how this model rig goes. Then last but not least is to set this up in VTube Studio and see how it runs. Yo, Dice Mistress, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. I hope things are good. I hope things are well. We just finished off the animation and the little plush model. Okay, let me see. There is an actual Jurassic Park Evolution game, which is a park build and simulator. Wait, there's a new park sim? Or there's a new Jurassic Park sim? What was this one? Anyone hear of Ailstorm? Or Ailstorm? What's Ailstorm? Is that one also like a amusement words? Is that another amusement park sim? Oh, right. That also reminds me. Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, that just reminds me. There's this other thing that came to mind. Hold on a minute. Let me just delete a couple of things there. Delete that one. Delete custom plush. Delete that one. Delete that one. All of that should be good. Let me check this. Okay, that one's fine. Expressions, that one's fine. Animation, that one's fine. Okay, that should be all good. Now that we got that all set up. It's a metal pirate band. I don't think I've heard of that one before. That's a new one. Hailstorm. I will check that one out later because chances are I'm probably going to get hit with copyright if I read that one. Oh yeah, also, for those of you that stopped by from the... Yeah, everyone who stopped by recently... Did you know there's a thing called water pie? I just found out about this today. It sounds like a very depressing food. Or it turns out it's a very depressing food. And that also reminds me... wait, I lost it. I lost track of what I was going to talk about before. Okay, let me look back on the reading here. Maybe it'll bring my memory back. There's an actual Jurassic Park game. Okay, so I saw that one. Love Anchor Storm Song. Nice, nice, nice. Wildlife, habitat. Anyone hear Ailstorm? Okay, I lost track of it. Water pie. Is it just pie with water in it? Technically, yes. There's water, sugar, butter, flour, and then the actual pie crust. But dang, I forgot what I was gonna say, and then I got distracted by the water pie. Oh well, if I remember, I'll get back to it. Okay, so we're gonna close all of this for now. Save it, though. And then we need to open up the new file. Where is the derp? Where is the stuff? Also, I apologize, folks. My brain may not be there 100% because I'm pretty tired. I've been working on a lot of stuff here. And I've also been... Oh, also ads start in a minute. So I've been working on a lot of stuff. My sleep schedule hasn't been great. My neck has been killing me. But you know what? Don't worry about that. That's for something else. That's for something else to worry about, so do not stress. Thank you for the stretch, and the hydrate, and the posture check there, Miss Lime. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. And welcome on in. Hope you're having a good day there, buddy. I'm late. All good, all good. Late or not, that, like, the fact that you decided to stop by regardless. All that, yeah. More important than anything else. Alright. Sorry, Lampy. Nah, don't worry about it. I would have, to be fair, I was distracted by the water pie before that, so I wouldn't have remembered. I've had water pie from B. Dylan Hollis on the Rock. What's that? Also, was it any good? Posture check, posture check. Yo, nice hat. Thank you. I drew it myself. Also, welcome on in, Destroyer. Let's give a shout out to Destroyer. Don't worry about it. Worries about it. Don't worry. It's fine. Just go watch Destroyer. They play good variety games. It's a very chill time over there. Really fun stuff. TikTok? Yeah. Wait, was I talking about TikTok? I might have. I don't know. Oh, that's where you saw the water pie. Oh, on the talk. I thought it said rock. Oh, okay. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Oh, you've heard of a water pie. Oh, I thought you tried water pie. You know what? Now that we're here, folks, and you ever try water pie? Also, let me get this onto the screen before Twitch starts to second guess if I'm actually doing art or not. Because last thing I want is for them to see all of this and say, wait a minute, this bug ain't doing art at all. Like, oh, I am. It's right there. See? Hold on a minute. Let me show. Is it this one? No, that ain't it. Is it this one? There it is. Okay, we're gonna put okay, and this is what we got going on right now. Look at that little derp move around. Look at him go. Now we just need to set up a couple of toggles. Not too many toggles. We already got most of the toggles set up, so it's just a few small little things here. So one, let's go to File. Let's go to Add, Expression. This is pretty bright. I apologize there, folks. We're going to put more blobby onto the screen so you could actually see this. Anyway, we're going to put staff left. No, wait, staff right. Okay, let's see. Ah, fair. Understandable then. So then, yeah, that makes sense. Right, that's what I was also going to ask. Has anyone ever tried a water pie? I've never tried a water pie before in my life, so I don't know if it's any good. But if it is, you let me know. We're actually going to make this a bit smaller, so it's a little less blinding. So we can all see a little better. We're just going to toss it right there in that corner. I think that part should be okay. There we go. There's a little guy. Now, let me see. File, add. We need to add an expression, and we're going to name that expression staff left. Or did I already add the left one? We're going to find out. Okay, so now that we got those two expressions, let's look, Staff right, staff left. We're good. Staff right. Okay, we actually need to blow this up again. Close enough. Okay. Now let's try to find... That one's staff right, this one's staff right. Okay, so we put staff right over here, click on that, drag it all the way to the right so we could actually see it. Then we go back over here to where the expressions are, click on staff left, drag down. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Staff tap? No, not staff tap. Staff swing? No, staff left. This one. Click on that. Boom, there we go. We got staff left. And I just realized we still need two more toggles to add to this thing. All right, let's see. Ads? Ads. Yeah, sorry about that there, friend. Luckily, the ads should be done now, so we should be good. Okay, let's see. Never even knew a water pie existed until now. Me either. This is the first time me hearing about this one. I know the meme food... Oh, I know the meme food of ice soup after... Okay, let's see. I know the meme food about ice soup after spending a lot of money. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Like, you got your first... Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. The first 2 days of your paycheck, or, you know, after getting your paycheck, the weekend after, or, yeah, it shows when you get your paycheck. Shows just a bunch of people partying. It shows like the fine dining meals, and then it shows Monday. It's just a bowl of water with ice in it. Funny enough, I actually knew a coworker that was like that. Like as soon as they get their paycheck, they were happy, they were excited, and then as soon as the weekend's over and I went back to work, they're like, I forgot what they said, but they were basically just talking about how they're hungry. As like, I mean, you got your paycheck like not long ago. Like, where'd it go? Like, I spent it all. Like, you what? Like, yeah, it was one heck of a weekend. Like, yeah, but why do you do this every... What I also learned is that this was a constant occurrence. This was a regular occurrence. That's what it was. Because every Monday they were complaining about how they have no money and that they have to go borrow some money from somebody just to eat for the week. And I'm like, you know, if you just had something on the side, you wouldn't be in this situation. There's a thing called having a budget. But what I know, I don't go outside. Apparently, they didn't even have a savings either. Although, to be fair, having a savings in this day and age, it is very, very difficult. I know even when I had the job that I had multiple situations where I'm like, all right, just have this amount on the side, spend this much this week, I should be good, it'll be fine. Right, phone bill. After that, it should be fine. Right, rent. Okay, after this, it should be fine. We're good, we're set. What do you mean it's the other... What do you mean the phone bill is due again? It's only been... Oh, it's been a month. Where'd that money go? Keep going to bills. Right, we need to add that last part. Give me 1 second. Okay, so file, add, expression. We're going to call this one... we're going to call this one... Big light. Gonna put OK. Then we're gonna add another expression. Add expression. Small light. Put OK. Now we're all good there. Let's go to big light over here. Find big light. Well, technically it's called big glow. We put that one. And though you may not see it on the screen, that is okay. It'll pop up later. So, big light. big glow. Go to small light. Small glow. Click on that, move it all the way to the right. Now that we got all of that, let's save. Find the blobby derp model, save there. Overwrite, add the expressions. Now we take those expressions and put them into the new folder. So staff right, small light, put that in the expressions folder. Find a big light, put that in the expressions folder. Go back to the blobby derp. Copy all of this. Go to Live 2D. Drop it there. And now that we have our blobby derp model into the Live 2D folder, we have to close Live 2D. Bye. Okay, and we're back. Well, we just need to wait for the camera to start working. Okay, and we're good. Now that we got all of that set up. Also, welcome on in there, Mr. Wilkes. Hope things are going well. Hope things are good. Some people, I know, right? There's just, all you can really do is just sit back and just watch the firestorm. That's basically all you can really do is just watch the firestorm. I'm back. Welcome back. Hope things are going well for you there, Aussie. Or Odd. Give me a second. We're going to add the music back because the music just died. No, wait. Doesn't seem to have died. It just got very low. Okay, and we're back. But yeah, welcome on in there, Odd. It's a pie from the Depression era of the 1920s and 30s. Yeah. That much, like I said, that one's definitely a product of its time. It makes sense to have that kind of pie because, I mean, well, what else are you going to have at that time? Like, there's not really, again, at that time, like, you didn't really have a lot to go with. You made do with what you had. I know that feeling. Used to be days where I would just eat slices of cheese. Because we didn't have bread. That was the only food we got. Okay, let me see. Immediately gets paycheck just to spend it on VTubers and V-Bucks. Ain't my point there, Ryu. Save your money. Okay, let's see. I have a cousin who gambles his money the moment he gets it and complains about not having money. See? Right freaking there. See what I mean? Like, you have... Okay, why would you want to gamble the... Okay, I understand the feeling. People go for gacha all the time. And gambling is the biggest form of gacha. As if you win, you get more money to spend on more gambling.
Instructions not clear. Sending bits to the moth.
No, don't send bits to the moth. Also, thank you for the bits. But save your money. Anyway, what was I talking about again? Okay, so now that we got all that set up. Anyway, that part I can never understand. Okay, I can understand it, but I can never get behind that one. Like, let's spend our money for that chance at more money. I mean, granted, anyone who decides to do so, I ain't gonna stop you, I ain't gonna judge you. But I'm just not gonna understand it is all. Okay, so now that we got those set up, let's close that. New layer. We're gonna switch the model out. We're gonna check this out. I called it Blueby. It was supposed to be Blobby. I put 2 O's. I kid you not. Every time I try to spell Blobby, it's just B-L-O-O, and I'm like, wait, I'm just spelling blood. Wrong one. I've been playing too much Bloodborne. This is how you know I keep messing that one up. Alright, let's test this out. Let's test out the run auto setup. Set up the 20 layers, yeah. Okay, mouth run's working. Left to right, So far, so good. Let's go back to the wheel cog over here. You know what? I should probably show this side right now. Let's go to tutorial right here so you can actually see all of this stuff. Because right now, this is how we're going to set it up. Now that we got the model, I don't like the model going all the way back or all the way forward like that. I don't like having all of that stuff moving around whenever. So what we're going to do, that we're going to go to this little pink cog. We're going to go all the way over to this one right here, the one with the little person, the little cog right there, or the little gear, whatever you want to call it. We're going to find movement configuration, and as you can see, the Z is the reason why it moves back and forward, and if we shut all of that off, it stays perfectly still now. No longer have to deal with all of that nonsense. Next step. What we're going to need to do. Let's see. I hope you don't forget the L in Bluebeat. Luckily, we won't forget the L in Bluebeat. Like I said, I've played too much Bloodborne. That's where my issue is. But since I've played too much Bloodborne, luckily, I'm not going to forget the L. You can't spell blood without... Yeah, you can't spell... Yeah, you can't spell blood without the L. So, yeah, we should be good on that. My only issue is that I'm never going to be able to spell blobby the first time around ever. Like I said, this happens way too many times. Like, legitimately, every single time I try, always comes out as Blueby. All right, now that we got that set up, let's actually, set up the toggles. So, new toggle. Actually, you know what? New toggle. Here's. Activate. Set expression. Click on that one. Put tiers. Put a button. We're going to put 2. Number pad 2. Now let's test that out with number pad 2. And click. And the tiers are there. Very sad Blueby. Or, yeah, I was going to call them Blueby. Very sad Blobby. Very depression. So much sad. Wah. Anyway. So we got that part. Next step. You know what I should have put? I should have put a toggle that gets rid of the backpack. I think I'll add that toggle later. Actually, I should add that toggle today. Okay, next step. What am I going to call this one? We are going to call this staff. Right. Put an action. Set expression. Staff right. We're going to put this one as 1. I apologize, folks. This is the part where things get boring. Okay, so we got the staff. Let's actually move Blobby a little further up. Let's also unlock the model so we can move Blobby. There we go. So we got the one staff. That's good. Now we just need to set up the other one. Or should I do this off screen? I don't know. Staff left. What do y'all folks think? Should I do this off screen? Because it is already 10. Should I just call it a night right here? I don't know. Set expression. Staff left. We're going to set this one as a number 3. Put that pad or tab, whatever. So now we got both of them there. We got 1. We got 2. We could have them both if we want. Or we could just have them swap out. There we go. Should be all good right there. For me, this stuff is interesting. All right, then I think that just gives me my answer. So we'll stick around for this one while we do all of this stuff. Look at that little lantern go. I think I just got my answer then. All right, so next step. We're going to leave that there. Next one, we need to add the lights. Actually, you know what? Nah, I think it's time to set up an animation. So play animation is the next one we're going to select. We're going to select this, and we're going to put staff tap. And we're going to put this as a number 4 for staff tap. It's never boring in a Lampy stream. Lies and slander. And thank you. All right, let me see. So this is going to be what the staff tap looks like. Of course, since we don't have a second part set up, you'll notice something. You'll notice something while we do the staff tap. Let's click on it right quick. Goes off without a hitch. However, it immediately shuts off. And there might be times where we don't want it to shut off like that. So what do we do to fix that problem? I'm going to show you right now. So now that we got that one, we're just going to name this staff tap. Put OK. Close that one. Next layer. We're going to call this one Big Light. Big Light. And we're going to put set expression like before. Click on that. Put Big Light. Right, you may also notice that we don't have any more sound because, you know, showing you all of these things, how this stuff works. Okay, now let's put that. We're going to put the same number pad. If you'll notice, if you look at staff tap, it's got number pad 4. And if you look at Big Light, it also has number pad 4. That means these two will activate at the same time. Now that sounds like it's going to cause a problem now, doesn't it? We're going to see how true that may be, though. Let's click on that. Let's press that key. Okay, it might actually have not worked out the way I had hoped. Originally, what it's supposed to do is, you know, stay on that specific spot. Although I think I know what I need to do now. Because what it's doing is still causing the animation to go off, and it's not supposed to continue. It's supposed to stop. But I know what I could do about this. We're going to come back to that later. So not have the big light be the animation we need. So we're actually going to put Big Light as number 5 then. So it can pop up and go away whenever we see fit. Now, as for Small Light, that's the other one we need to set up. Or what if I tried this? Okay, I got an idea. Also, welcome on in there, Chagorith. Thank you for the crab rave. Wait, what happened to crab rave? Oh, I know what happened. Hold on, I know how to fix that. I apologize there, friend. Give me one moment. I gotta go back to the drawing scene. And I'm going to activate crab rave for you because I may have made that mistake. Hold on a minute. We're gonna fix this proper. It is on a cooldown. I forgot I put a 20-minute cooldown. Okay, give me 1 second. Another idea. Another idea. Give me a minute. We're gonna try to refund you on that one there, friend, because yeah, it was supposed to just it was supposed to, you know, do the thing. But I was on the wrong page. So it didn't do the thing. So let me see what I could do here. Manage reward requests. Crab Rave. Tell me Crab Rave is here. It is here. We're just going to refund you on that one there. There we go. Problem solved. Apologies there, friend. I forgot I was on the wrong tab. And I hope you're having a good day there, buddy.
We'll get him next time.
Yeah, next time. Thank you there, though. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, back to the tutorial at hand. How we doing, Lampy? Surprisingly, my neck isn't killing me like I thought it would. I thought that, okay, so earlier today, my neck was killing me, and yesterday was the worst case in a while. So I thought, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to actually be able to stream tomorrow. Turns out, yeah, no, that's still working just fine so far. So yeah, I'm surprised that, yeah, we're doing okay. That, and we're almost done with the blobby dirt model. We just got to fix up a couple more things, and then we're all set. Play animation? Nah. Change idle animation? Maybe. No, not that one. Not change idle animation. What we need to do is set up, or maybe it is change idle animation. Maybe? Maybe? Right, hydrate. Tell you what, I know what I need to do. We need to look at a previous model to figure out how on earth was that one done. And I'll figure that out later. Right now, let's set. We're going to put small light, maybe. How did I have it set up before? I need to do a couple of experimenting on that one, that's for certain. Okay, I got Hall Effect joysticks yesterday and installed them onto my Joy-Cons. Stick drift shall never happen again. Wait, what on earth is Hall Effect? Yeah, what's Hall Effect? This is the first time me ever hearing this one. Okay, that second tap isn't supposed to happen. Yet, anyway. That's the part I need to figure out now. How do I fix that part? Because there is a way to fix that part, I just don't quite remember how it was done again. But on the upside, I will say this, so far we got everything else rolling. We got everything else moving. We got the lighter shade. We got the staff tap. We got the other side of the staff. So yeah, so far so good. We just need to fix up a couple last parts. We're going to close that for now. Well, actually not close it now that I think about it. Let's go back to the drawing page. And we're going to bring VTube Studio back. Because I'm going to try to figure out what on earth did I do to make this work. And then I'm going to go pass out, because I think that's where I'm having the big issue now. I think we're going to have to call it soon, because I can't function for much longer. Okay. Where is my, Hold on a minute. I need to find things. So that's there, that's there. We're going to close this for now. We're going to switch to the old model. Or not the old model, but go back to the original model. And we'll work on the blobby one later. Well, not work on it later, but you know what I mean. We got to work on it now. Alright, let's see. All effect joysticks use magnets instead of independence. Or, yeah. Use magnets instead of independence for measuring the joystick movements. And magnets don't degenerate like mechanical parts do. Oh. No, that actually sounds pretty cool. No, wrong one. That's VTube Studio. We leave that alone. That actually sounds genius. Okay, I gotta look into that, because you know what? Stick drift on your controllers suck. And if there's a way to get rid of that, then yeah, I would definitely want to try that out too. Alright, let's go back to the blobby dirt. Bring this back over here. I'm also going to look into one of the previous models that I made, because I need to check something out. Not gonna lie, I think I overexerted too much brain power. Okay, Let's see. Live 2D. Model, runtime. Then we go find a specific model from back in the day. Animations? Maybe animations. Okay, so wing flap animation and wing open animation. I know those two are two different things. But now that I'm looking at the expressions here, I think I understand what I'm supposed to do. I now get it. Okay. I know what I gotta do now. I know how to set this up. Yo, zombie, thank you for the raid. Almighty cult leader. Hey, no cult leader. But thank you again for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Let's give a shout out to Zombie. If you haven't checked them out, I highly recommend that you do. Really hilarious streams over there. If you're a fan of, if you're a fan of first-person shooters, if you're a fan of the crazy party games, if you're a fan of DBD, wait, you play a DBD, right? I could be wrong. But yeah, if you're a fan of the first-person shooters and all that stuff, and all the crazy, wacky antics, I used to? Ah, that's fair, that's fair. But yeah, if you're a fan of crazy antics, that's a good place to go. They also, go support them. They're currently on their year-long subathon. It's got to be hilarious. It's got to be a great time. And everybody stopping by from Zombie Stream. Hold up, let me get a specific animation set up right quick. Where did it go? Where did it go? Staff tap. There it is. Hold on a minute. Everybody stopping by from Zombie Stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams or rigging streams. We just finished off the tapping animation for a blobby dirt model. And we're also we're trying to finish off the last of this model because we're nearly finished. We're nearly there. And also, if you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding and running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. And that applies to everybody who stopped by from Zombie Stream, as well as Embroidered Rose Stream. Go check out the Embroidered Rose. They do a lot of art. They are a goat. Wait, is it a goat? I think they're a goat. Go check them out. Regardless, really awesome people. Now, let's catch up with some things. Also, everybody stopping by. Hi, my name is... We gotta do the introduction again. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes I like to do rigging streams. And today is one of those animations or rigging streams where we're doing an animation for us tap dance. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you all enjoy your stay. And if you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. And never feel bad about raiding or running, because that's what raids are all about. If you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. Also, Lampy streams may include nausea, heart failure, and other debilitating stuff. Ask your doctor if watching Lampy streams is right for you. Whew. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. Let me try to catch up with a lot of things. Oh, independence, not impendence. Oh, not independence, impendence. Ah, gotcha. I understand now. Also, good to see you there, Corey Baxter. Arata Fang, Zombie, Eye of the Tiger. Nice name. I love that one. Twitch really hates mobile users. That sucks. Why? What happened over there? Salutations. How goes the cult? There is no... Well, there is a cult, but that... Shut up. Good to see you there, Spock. I hope you're having a good day. You cannot hide who you are under the glowy jellyfish. I can try. Also, Spock, thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the Moth Fleet. I hope you enjoy your stay. By the way, you're Lampy now. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. Thank you for the hydrate, the save, and the... Yeah, thank you for the hydrate and the save, their destroyer. Greatly appreciate that. And if you gotta head on out, because I see that it's already 10, so I'm gonna take a wild guess. I hope you have a good night. Better tomorrow. Have a great week. Yeah. You take care there, buddy. And thank you for the hydrate there, Spock. I greatly appreciate that as well. Double raid? I know, right? Double raid. Let's go. The dream sheep has arrived. Oh, okay, so it's a sheep, not a goat. Wait, are sheep and goats the same thing, or is that two completely different things? Copied raid message and didn't post it properly. That's fair, that's fair. That happens in life. Also, good to see you there, Genie Problem. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. Gonna go get dinner and stretch my legs. Let me know if anyone misbehaves. I'll bop them for you, Lampy. All right, will do. And thank you again for the raid there, Embroidered Rose. And I hope you have a good night, a better tomorrow, a great week, and some good food. You take care now there, friend. Looks like I had to follow for a third time. Wish I knew why the follows goes away. Why is that? I wonder. That is definitely a weird situation. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that happens a lot because I know one friend who's had to do that a way whiles back. Like they were wondering why the streams never popped up. And I know that happened to me once with someone else that I know of. Like I knew them way whiles back, and turns out the only reason why I haven't been able to see their streams was because apparently that my account unfollowed them somehow. It's like, does that even work? We just got to fix that. Anyway. Now, what on earth was I trying to do again here? Oh, right. I know what I needed to do. I know how I was going to fix this up. We're actually going to close all of this. Because we actually don't really need to do anything in this spot. We actually just got to... Actually, we don't even have to close anything. Let's go to Live 2D right quick. All right, let's go to VTube Studio. We're going to go back to Blob. What we're going to do is go back to our toggles. Oh, right. I should probably go back over here. So, tutorial. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, I'm going to go back over here. Click on little blobby derp. Go to this section, and what we need to do is set up a... No, do not delete. We're going to call this one idle. Yeah, we're just going to call that one idle. That one's going to be a small light, and instead of putting set expression, we're going to change that to change idle animation. And then we're going to select that, click on animation, and we don't have that set up. Okay, new plan. I know what I could do. I actually do need to go back to our Live 2D, and we need to turn one of these into an animation. And I know exactly what we can do. So close that, make a new model, or make a new animation. Idol or idol? Do you want it to worship, or yeah, do you want it worshipped like Billy? Who's Billy? Billy's... No, wait, no, that doesn't work. Are we talking about Billy from Adventure Time? Wait, was it Billy from Adventure Time? Either way. No, the first, or the second one. I was going to say the first one. Like, wait, no worship. We're not trying to get... Well, actually, Blobby Derp, I think we could get Blobby to get worshipped. If we could have Blobby worshipped, that means a lot of you folks may gravitate towards over there instead. So this way... I don't have to deal with a cult. Yeah, I don't have to deal with a cult because everyone from this cult will move over there. Yeah. Okay, I know what I need to do. I need to make a new cult leader. I need to turn someone else into a cult leader so I can drop everyone off over there instead. All right, let me see. What on earth was I trying to do again? Oh, right. Okay, so... What we need to do is make an idle animation that is just a completely still image. Billy Idol. Oh, I remember Billy Idol. I forgot about that. We're going to drop this over here. We're going to click OK. Shrink this model significantly so we could see it again. Now that's right there. Drag all the way over here. And the size of this one really doesn't matter. It just needs to be an animation of some sort. What we're really going to do is just pick that center point. Go to small glow. Put that small glow right there. And then export runtime. Export it as a motion file. Literally, we're not going to put anything in this in all actuality. It's just going to be this tiny little animation. Or it's just going to be like one keyframe, which means practically no animation at all whatsoever. Okay, so, but we're going to put it in animations, and we're going to call this one idle. IDLE. And then put save. And then we're good. And then we're done. Then we could save. Actually, we don't even need to save or export anything. Well, yeah, let's save that one anyway. I'm going to bring this back. We're going to call this one idle. Put save. And I'm actually going to have to export the... No, wait, actually, no, I don't have to export any of this. Let's just save. We're going to leave that one there. We're going to go back over to the drawing. We're going to test something out. Also, Mary Lamb, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. Let's give a shout out to Mary Lamb. Also, good to see you there, Horizon. The basement is too good? Nah. You should totally leave the basement. Leave the basement. Explore new places. Worship new things. Specifically that last part. Worship new things. And folks, go check out Mary Lamb. They do a lot of art. Really hilarious streams over there. Really funny stuff. Really wholesome people. Really awesome folks as well. If you haven't checked them out, you're doing yourself a disservice not doing so. Alright, let's eat. Lurk. Thank you for the lurk there, Barry. I greatly appreciate it. I've been eating. Nice. What kind of food did you get? Thank you for being a cozy stream. Yeah, no problem. Oh, thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. And I am honored to hear that you think this stream is cozy. Especially when we have weird music like this. Okay, back to the rigging. Alright, so what we're going to do, move this little guy over here. As I move this guy a little over here. There we go. This is a Blobby Derp stream now. Y'all should go and visit Blobby Derp. Follow them. Worship them. Give them all your worldly possessions. And leave the basement. This is not a suggestion. Okay, let's see. Hot wings? I want chicken wings now. I want Wingstop. You're far too kind, Lampy? No, you. And I thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Rather keep with the combination of Light and Mothman. Maybe someone will chronicle it. We don't need chronicles here. I already have chronic insomnia. I don't need any more chronicles. Wait, that's not what chronicle means, does it? Anyway. That's what I had. You had Wingstop? Ah, what? Share? Yo, Mally, welcome on in. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the hydrate. Let's give a shout out to Mally. If you haven't checked out Melisandre, I highly recommend it to do. Really hilarious streams. They're also working on the... They just finished the first... Yeah, they just finished the first video edit for me for the tutorial video. I need to send them the next video whenever they're ready. Because I've been working on cutting the second video. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, I finally realized... Mally, I finally realized what you were talking about. Okay, so, folks, funny thing. There's gonna be a part in the video where it seems like there's gonna be a part that's missing. Mally mentioned this to me a long time ago, and when I looked back on the video recently, I realized there was a part that was cut. And so, I looked at that and thought, wait, this part doesn't make any sense. There feels like there's something missing here. So I thought, okay, maybe Mally missed something? Possibly? Let me look back on their original video. Let me look back at the video I sent them. I look at it like, nope, that was me. I missed something. I somehow cut something right there. Let me double check on that. Like, you know what? Let me look at all the uncut videos. Let me find out how I messed this one up. You want to know what happened? It wasn't cut. It wasn't edited. That part that seems like it's a weird cut that feels like there's something missing, that was all just one scene. Wait, did I mess it up? No, that's the funny part. There was a part... Okay, Mally, you remember when you said that there was part that seemed like there's a missing point? Yeah, I looked back on it and I thought, let me double check on this. Yeah, it turns out, no, it's not missing. That is exactly how I decided to say it, and I'm just thinking, how did I mess that one up? Like, I legit thought that maybe there was a cut, maybe there was a mistake, maybe there was a mistake on my part, and turns out, yes, there was a mistake on my part, because I looked at the unedited videos. That part is still there. And I don't know what went on in my brain, but something cut in my brain, because I swear, when you see that part, you'll know the part that I'm talking about, because it actually, you may not even know the part that I'm talking about, because it looks like a part that was cut. Like, there was a portion of it that was removed. There was no portion that was removed. It was just that I just switched off to something else, or not exactly switched off to something else, but my brain kind of skipped a part. I don't know how I pulled that one off, but I skipped a part. Gun. Let me see how I can add a gun here. You know what? I know what I can do. Where's the gold one? Where's gold gun? There's gold gun. Perfect. Big gun. Yeah, big gun. Thank you for the gun there, Spock. Okay, let me catch up with things. I would share. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. I wouldn't mind chicken wings. Drink water? Oh yeah, I need to drink water. But yeah. What was I doing here? Grabby hands? Yeah, grabby hands. Wait, grabby hands. Anyway, I tried to hide it as well as possible. That's fair, that's fair. And to be fair, you did an amazing job. There's really nothing that could be done on that part. That was, like I said, that one's on me. I just worded things really weird. Yeah, sacrifice us for your ascension. Stop trying to make me a cult leader. The rig looks amazing, by the way. Yo, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. It is almost finished. I just need to set up one last part. So let's go back to the staff. What I need to do is go back to this part. Idle animation. Put that new animation. We're going to put... Hey, where's the... Right, I forgot. Okay, hold on a second. I forgot. I need to go back to the Blobby Derp one. VTube Studio, where'd it go? No, not VTube Studio. We're gonna close that one. We're gonna right click on stuff. Blobby keeps getting smaller the more I try to read. That's the Blobby is the representation of my, yeah, the Blobby plush right now is the representation of my mental stamina. The more I read, the less I can think. Okay. Blobby plush model. What I need to do is go to animations. Wait, am I not in the right one? I am not in the right one. Ah, for crying out loud. Blobby plush. Go to that one, go to animation, pick idle, copy. Go to the live 2D models, go to that Blobby plush model, go to that animation, drop it right there. Drop it like it's hot. I didn't have to say the rest of it, but I'm pretty sure the rest of you know the lyrics. Anyway, going back to it. So, animation, go to idle animation, put that one right there. And now that we have that set up, we're going to test this out. Let's get the staff out. Wrong staff. This staff. Let's bring Blobby back up here. Now we're going to push number 4. Yeah, we're going to push keypad 4 because here's what we did. Let's go back over here. Tutorial. Yeah, this is the one. So basically, what we did, we went to that green gear right there, clicked on that. We went to our animation. Yeah, we went to our animation tab right here. And we have staff tap. That's going to be the one that does the tap animation. And then we set up idle animation, which is just going to be a small lantern glow. It literally affects almost nothing. But if we put them both on the same button, actually, let me show you right quick. We're going to remove that button right now. Select, So that button's gone. This is what it looks like when we just have the regular animation. Works just fine, but then it just resets itself. We don't want the reset there. We want the reset to be gone. So how do we fix that problem? By making an idle animation that has almost no motion. Click over here and put them under the same button. Put them under the same number pad, and if I'm correct, this should work. We're going to find out. And click. It didn't work. I'm trying to figure out how do I get that to work. Hmm. How did I get it to work before? Okay, let's go back. I'm gonna figure this out. Because I did it before. That's usually how all of the wings animation. Yeah, that's how all of the wing animations work. I'll get this one to work too. I'll figure this out. Okay. The blobby with a golden gun James Bond would never suspect. Exactly. That's how you get them. Oh, I forgot about one more toggle. Okay, we have to close all of this. Because I completely forgot there's a toggle that I did not add. Let's go back to Moth. I completely forgot. Hold on a minute. So, we need to go back to Blobby. And I need to figure out, how on earth did I set that up? You know what? I know what I need to do. New game plan. We need to switch out back to the old bird. Because I know that there was something set up on that. Ooh, I almost made a horrible mistake. I almost picked... Okay, so, for those of you that don't know, the bird has two forms. Now, the reason I bring that up is because we have to go switch back to that other bird's form because there's an animation that the bird has, and I want to show you that animation. As you can see, that animation has the wings pop up, and then they do not go back to their original state. They stay like that. So what I need to figure out is how to get that animation, or how to get the Blobby's animation to do something very similar to that bird animation. Although, wait, hold on a minute. Maybe it does go back, I don't know. No, if it went back, then the wings would go right back down to where they originally were. And that's not what they're doing. So that's why I need to look back on this and figure out what on earth did I do with that bird's animation and how I can get that to work with Blobby's animation over there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of that bird for now. We're going to switch the main model with the bird model. We're going to test that out. We're going to see what on earth was added to this here bird to make that work. We're also going to add Lampy over here. Where are you, Lampy? There we go. And now, back on track. So, anyway, we're going to go over here. We're going to set this up. We're going to figure out what on earth did I add to this model. Okay, so Wings Open was a play animation. Idle animation was completely... Oh, wait, no. Idle animation was Wings Down? Which one's Wings Down? All right, let me see something here. Wings Down, that's one animation. That's the idle animation. Wing Flap. Okay, so Wing Flap is the other idle animation that's with the page up. So yeah, it should have just been two idle animations to make the thing work. Whoop. Okay, so that didn't work out properly. But yeah, there was two idle, or yeah, there was one main animation and then there was an idle animation. The idle animation is the wing flapping. And because of that, I think I understand how this works now. I think I get it. I'm gonna find out. Wait, let me see. I'll figure that out later. Anyway, time to switch these models out. Bring back Blobby. Blobby and his gun. Okay, now that we got all that set up, I'm gonna go back over here to the live 2D. File. Recent files. No. I want animations. Actually, yeah, go back to the idle animation. We're gonna figure this out. Idle. And I think what needs to be done is to go back to that tap animation and have it start at the end. Yeah, have it start at the end. This way it doesn't go back to normal. If we put it at the end point, maybe it'll stay at the end point. So this way it doesn't revert back. That's my main goal. So we might actually be able to take this away and not have to worry about that part. So let's get rid of small glow since we don't need it. We'll just keep staff tap. File. Export runtime. We're going to test this out. We're going to see if this works. I just needed to recheck some of my previous works because, let's be honest, sometimes you forget how you used to do things and then you look back on it like, how did I figure this out? I don't remember any of this. Loop toggle, perhaps? Possibly. That's what I'm going to add here is technically a loop toggle. Animation. Idle animation. Overwrite, yes. Now we're going to copy this idle animation. And we're going to go to the previous Blobby model. Live 2D models. Go to Blobby model. Animation. We're going to copy here. It's going to ask to replace. Yes, we are replacing. Also, let me see. Big gun? Yeah, big gun. All right, let's see. So we're not sacrificing ourselves, but I just finished setting up the altar. You know what? Yeah, y'all should sacrifice yourselves. Y'all should sacrifice yourselves now. You know what? I guess that's a new way to do the low tier god meme. Just tell people, like, you should sacrifice yourself now. Don't sacrifice yourself. Unless it means you leave my basement, then go sacrifice yourself. Go sacrifice yourself to the gods near that volcano. By the way, this is a joke. Okay. Now, let me see. Now that we got all of that set up, let's go back to the VTube Studio. Gonna add that. Go back to the gears. Staff tap. So that one's already set up. We're gonna go back to idle. Switch that animation, so we're going to remove that. Put idle animation, and now we're going to test this out. We're going to test out the sucker and see, did we get it to work? Possibly. Let's find out. Let's get the staff ready. Wrong staff. Staff over here. You know what I just realized this is? This is just Wizard with a gun. Yo, somebody tell Blobby to play Wizard with a gun. I think their model would work perfectly for Wizard with a gun. You know what? When I send Blobby this model, I'm just going to tell them, hey, you know what? So, I saw your model, and I saw when the model has a gun. You know what? You should totally play Wizard with a gun. Anyway, let's test this out. Moment of truth. Let me double check on things first. So, staff tap animation has the number pad 4. Idle animation has that number pad 4. We're gonna test this out. Moment of truth. Let's push the button. You see that? It doesn't revert. It doesn't do the second tap animation. It doesn't it doesn't reverse the tap animation no more. It's kind of stuck though. You know what? I guess it's no longer a tap. It's more of a shake. You know what? Close enough. I suppose. Maybe. You know what? We got it done. We got it done. We got it set. Check it out. Yeah. Yeah. This is exactly how the tap animation was supposed to go. Yeah. Totally. Anyway. Close enough, yeah. Yo, Reno, welcome on in. How you be? Let's give a shout out. Folks, if you haven't checked them out, I highly recommend that you do. Really cool streams. Really awesome people. They play a good variety of games. You never know what they're going to play. If I'm correct, they also played Little Nightmares. There was also Darkest Dungeon. There's a good variety of games. And Cuphead. Best of luck with Cuphead. Zoocosis. Is that the one where you're running a zoo underground and they get attacked by monsters? Or infected by monsters or something like that? They get like some sort of monster plague. The model is looking well. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you like it. Yeah, we finally got this one done. I think I'm gonna send it over to Blobby and see what they think, see how they see it, all of that sort of stuff, and we're gonna roll with it from there. I think there's right. I forgot. I still need to add one more toggle. I'll add that one later because I completely forgot. There's supposed to be something about the arms, and I completely forgot to add the arms. Add start in 30 seconds. But at the same time, it's already 11 p.m. So it's been about a 3-hour long stream. I feel like this is a good time to call it. I apologize there, Brina. But yeah, it's 11 p.m. The model is practically... You know what? No. We're going to give it one little bit more time. I take it back. We're going to finish the last part off. Like I said, I was going to finish this model. And there's one more thing that we need to do. So let's finish off that one last thing. We need to make one more expression. So let's set that up right now. Unable to load the target's expression 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's okay. I just need one main expression right now. So let's put Blobby back to where they're supposed to be. Right over here. Yo, Mio, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. Let's give a shout out to Mio. Go get rest. It's too late. I got one more thing to do. We got one last part of the project to finish. One last piece of the puzzle. And then we get to summon Exodia. Also, go check out... We'll explain Mio after the ads. In the meantime, let's switch a couple things out. Switch this text to speech, or not text to speech. Let's switch this with this. Yeah, this. Wait, wrong one, actually. Hey, you know what? This'll do just fine for now. Actually, no, it won't. Well, we can't really switch it back. We'll leave it right there for now. Okay. That's gonna come back to bite me in the future. That's okay. Unless... Okay, there we go. We got that fixed up again. So, go to actual live 2D. Switch that out for this one. But okay. Thank you for the shout out. Yeah, no problem. Now that the ads are done, we could go back to what I was originally going to say. Folks, go check out Meow Corgis. They play a good variety. Yeah, they play the farming games. They do the artin. It's a really chill time over there. I highly recommend it. So, what we need to do, we need to add expression. And the expression we're going to add is arms hold. Now, why are they called arms hold? You're going to see soon enough. So, let's go to that one. Let's go to expressions. Go to arms hold. What we need to do is find that specific toggle. I forgot where I put it. Arm swing? No. Here toggle? No. Arms hold? This is the one. Put that to 100. And there we go. Basically, this is going to be the part of the model where they hold on to stuff. They just toss something in there. I might need to fix the arms later, because I just realized something that might need to be broken into two parts. The parts where the arms are in the back and the parts where the arms are in the front. I'll figure that out later, though. In the meantime, we're going to save this. And we're going to put this in expert. Actually, no. Go back. Actually, keep all of this where it is. What we just need to do is just export the... Oh, there we go. Save as. Save arms hold expression. Just save that in that folder, and then we're good, and then we could close this one, then we just save it as regular. Yeah. Overwrite that. And we are good. Now all we need to do is get the music back, because it just died on me. Again. There we go. And now for the last part. Get that arms hold expression. VTube Studio, Live 2D Models, Blobby, Expressions. Drop that one right over there. And now we just set up the arms expression. And then we'll finally be done, and then I can go to bed. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, let's put that right there. So no one, so Twitch doesn't come after me for saying, or not saying anything, but looking at it like, hey, wait a minute, there's no art on the stream. Like, what do you mean? Live 2D models art. Problem solved. Yeah. And then that doesn't slide, and then they ban me anyway. Okay, let me see. What am I trying to put now? Arms hold. And then we put set expression. Add arms hold as set expression. And then we're going to put this one as number 6. Yeah, let's go with number pad 6. And now let's test this out. Number pad 6. Did it work? We got the arms. And I just realized when you have it, yeah, when you have the model looking like this doesn't look like they're holding anything anymore. It just looks like they had to do it to them. Y'all know the meme. Like, yeah, let me just show you right quick. Like, so, see? Regular blobby. Adorable little blobby derp. Staff in one hand. Can I turn off that glow? I can turn off that glow. Perfect. Staff in one hand. Staff in the other hand. And then, out of nowhere, had to do it to him. If you don't know what meme I'm talking about, hold on a minute. Let me get that meme. And you can't tell me this don't look like it. Right, I need to keep that one there to check out that music later. And to do it to meme. Image. Oh, that's what it was called. You know I had to do it to him. Alright, let me see this meme right quick. Just gonna toss this image right over here into Photoshop. And perfect. And behold. Is this not it? Don't tell Blobby. But you know what? You know what? As a matter of fact, hold on a minute. You know what? I take it back. I take it back. I'm taking a screenshot of this. You know, at first I was like, don't tell Blobby about this. And then I'm thinking, you know what? On second thought, I'm gonna tell Blobby about this. Hold on a minute. I'm just gonna send... I'm just gonna send this to him. No explanation at all, whatsoever. I'm just gonna just get that one part. Like, you know what? The image says it. The image explains itself. And you know what? On that mark, I think we're gonna end it right here. I think this is the perfect place to leave the stream. Thank you all for stopping by. I'm gonna be back on Sunday, or at least I'm gonna try to be back on Sunday. I'm going to try to be back on Sunday to continue working on some art. And on Wednesday, we're actually going to be doing a couple of giveaway stuff. Hold on, let me get the image for that one too, because I know I also have a screenshot for that one. Let's close that. Let's move this out of the way. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Was it this one? No, that wasn't it either. Hold on a minute. Oh, I know where I put it. Give me a second. Because there's one other thing I wanted to show. There's one other thing I wanted to mention. Because there is going to be something on Wednesday on the 30th, on the last day of the last day of the week. Was that? Where did I put it? Oh, yeah. Wait. Nope, not that one either. Where did I leave that thing? I know I have an image of it somewhere. Maybe it's in screenshots. No, I couldn't have been in screenshots. Oh, I found it. I found it. I'm going to toss this into Photoshop. There we go. So, folks, for those of you that don't know, on the 30th, we technically reached one goal. But because of my mistake when it came to calculating how much bits were worth, I decided I was going to add the other 2 goals on top of it for this month. So, on Wednesday, the 30th of Wednesday, we're going to be doing not 1 giveaway, but 2 giveaways. We're going to be giving away a traditional art. What is a traditional art? Well, okay, so traditional art is basically a physical art piece that is drawn and can be sent your way by yours truly. This is an example of one of those physical arts, literally made with ink and pastel, all of that crazy stuff. You could get one of your very own custom images if you participate in the giveaway on Wednesday, the 30th of this month, the last day of the month. Bye, Lampy. That's okay. But thank you all for stopping by. But yeah, like I said, I'll be back on Sunday to work on some more art. We're going to continue the Corgi image. And on Thursday, or on Wednesday, we're going to be doing 2 giveaways, as well as a channel point doodle redeem stream, which basically means you can use your channel points to make me draw a small little doodle of your based off of your request. However, I can curse them. Oh, don't worry about that. I can curse them if I want to. Like, if I see an image design and it's like, okay, I want you to draw it this way, like, I can, but a new idea just came to mind, and so we're going to draw what you wanted, but we're putting a spin on it. So it's kind of like a monkey's palm type of thing. Anyway, you'll be able to check that time out, or yeah, you'll be able to get any of those little doodle requests of your choice. And we'll also be doing a drive emote giveaway. If you don't know what a drive emote giveaway is, basically, we're going to be giving away one of these little emotes here. Hold on a minute. This little sucker. We're going to be giving away one of these little drives. But yeah, that is what's going to be going on Wednesday. So if you want to get your shot at a traditional art piece or a drive emote of your very own, feel free to stop by on Wednesday and join the giveaway. Or if you just want to play marbles, you could just join on in with marbles and let me know that you do not want to win the prize, but you just want to join the game of marbles. That is also completely fine too. Because I know there are some folks that like to join marbles, but when they find out that there was a prize that needs to be mailed out, they're like, and by the way, there is no problem with this. There's no issue. But I do know that there have been a couple of occasions where when somebody wins, it's like, all right, you let me know where to send it. Oh, yeah, I don't actually want the prize. I just wanted to play marbles. Like, honestly, that's fair. All right, one more game of marbles to see if we get someone who actually wants the prize. But yeah, if you wanted a shot at a drive emote or a traditional art piece, Wednesday at 8 p.m. The stream starts at 7, but the giveaway will start at 8. All right, and with that being said, let's find someone to raid. Let's see who we could find at this hour. was interesting. Thank you, Lampy. Yeah, no problem. Oh, thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see who we could raid at this hour. Who is on at this time? Okay, I see one person playing Liza P. I see someone doing art. Let's look at all the folks here. Who can we drop everybody off on? Where should we drop everybody off on? I don't think I ever got to raid this Firo Bun. Like, I think this is one of those rare occasions where I actually get to raid somebody. Or, not so much the rare occasion where I get to raid somebody, but I haven't seen them on in a while. Well, I've seen them on, but they're usually not on at this hour. There's also someone playing Monster Hunter. Okay, I made my decision. We're gonna drop everybody off with Firo. We're gonna drop you folks off over there. Are they currently playing right now? They are currently playing Monster Prom. Let's go show them some support. All of that crazy stuff. And if Monster Prom ain't that sort of game for you, that's okay. Just feel free to stick around. Or yeah, if you could just stick around for the raid and drop a message, let them know that you're there. That, or, you know, well, maybe not let them know that you're there. Hey, you know what? Do what you do. But either way, anyway, let's roll on out. That's, all right, Autobots. Or something like that. Oh, right, before I forget. Folks, if you like the plushie that you see on the screen right here, and you would like to support the channel, one good way you could do so is by checking out the link page. We got a lot of different options over there. We got affordable models. We got affordable models. We got free stuff. We got merch on the... You know what? I'll show you once we get there. First, let's set up the raid. Oh, right. Also, here's our raid message. There you go. And last but not least, let's add the link page one more time. Right. Blobby's missing. There we go. Just gonna toss Blobby right over here. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's put the link page one more time. Now, if you would like to support the channel, we got a lot of different ways you could do so. We got small models on the Etsy page. Or yeah, we got affordable models on the Etsy page. We got free stuff on the Coffee page. We got merch on the Teespring page. And if you or someone you know is looking for live 2D models, both big and small, emotes, assets, character sheets, art pieces, character concepts, or animations. Oh, and well, I already said the live 2D model stuff. You can either contact me directly or go to the vgen page. Every little bit helps, and honestly, more work means... Yeah, more work for Lampy means that this channel continues moving on, because that means I have money for rent. And with that being said, thank you all for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. Always remember, you're all awesome in your own way, because you folks make these streams what it is. It's awesome chatting with you folks, cracking jokes, brainstorming, all that good stuff. And if you lurk, that's great too. But the fact that you took the time out of your day to have this bug rambling on in the background means more to me than you can possibly imagine. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. All right, the raid's about to start. I hope y'all have a good night, a better tomorrow, and a great week. Y'all take care now. Goodbye.